Okay. Okay. All right. Done leaving. Someone vote for Illuminor. Illuminor is who I want so desperately. I think he's the number one guy that the Giants have to sign. Let's see, where's my lives? I'm gonna get this up. There we go. Copy, share, copy link. Okay. Alec Pierce just signed. Oh, Patriots are signing Draymond Jones. Okay, so the signings are coming in. Let's go to link. Okay. Live on. All right, I had to stay down here because of the TV. So, my dog is an English bulldog. Yes, Marcy, do you want to say hi? Says I don't want to do anything but play, which is why I'm down here. I feel bad because she slept. She basically slept all morning. I was at a workout and showering and whatever, and now she's ready to play. And I'm like, great, I'm going to be like locked up in my room all day on this. And my husband's downstairs and he has a call at 1. So I'm going to try and entertain her for a little bit. If it gets annoying, I'll head upstairs. But I have the TV down here too. I have to get the Apple TV set back upstairs so I can tune in. I have NFL Network on right now. The Pats just signed Draymond Jones. Alec Pierce is back with the Colts. The Falcons are apparently making a strong push for Tua. That's fascinating. Here's what I want the Giants to do. I want them to re-sign Illuminor. Him and Wyatt Teller or someone else at the right guard position. We got to shore up the offensive line. And then I kind of don't really care what they do. But to me, it's really important that they go ahead and get that figured out. So here's the deal with free agency, Mike. So it starts today, and at noon, players are allowed to start making verbal commitments. So they're not really signing any contracts today. It's all just verbally agreeing to where they're going to go. And then on Wednesday at 4 p.m., that's when they can officially start signing the contracts. That's when they'll start to fly into the building, etc. So I would say by Thursday or Friday, like whoever the Giants have signed that's new, like maybe it's Isaiah Likely or someone like that, then those guys will probably start to come into the building this weekend, likely signing their contracts on Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. Raiders and cornerback Eric Stokes agreed to a 3-year, $30 million deal. Okay, what did Belton? Okay, Belton. Thank you, Lord blessed. To me, this is what he just posted. This is why I'm doing it on YouTube too, so I can use my phone and be able to keep up with everything. I think this means he's coming back. No? You think that means he's leaving? I got to be honest, I don't know what to think. Sometimes these guys, when they post on Instagram, I'm like, I have no idea what they mean by this. Like, I don't know what's happening here. Yes, Pierce is back with the Colts. They gave him, I think he's averaging $29 million a year. By the way, did you guys see that, what's his name? Jamar Chase was, I guess, on a live stream on Twitch or something when it was announced that Max Crosby got traded to the Ravens, and it's just him being like, F this, F that, F this. I can't believe he's in the division. We have to play him twice a year. I'm like, could you imagine what Joe Burrow is feeling like if Jamar Chase is that pissed off about Max Crosby to the Ravens? Joe Burrow must be having nightmares that he's got to go against Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, and TJ Watt 6 times a year. I mean, God bless him. Okay, took it as he was thankful to play with us. Yeah, I feel like it could go either way. It could be like grateful for my time at the Giants, or it could be like I'm coming back. I don't know. I think it could go either way. For a number 3 wide receiver. Yeah, they've been using Tyler Warren a lot. They use Pittman a lot. But they must really love Alec Pierce. Didn't they trade away Downs during the year? Maybe they're going to trade Downs. He was playing video games. I wish I was on that live stream when it happened, because I think it just would have been absolutely hilarious. But again, I need like a live look at Joe Burrow and how he is doing right now. Expecting re-signings today. To be honest, the Giants hate making moves when free agency start and do it on a random Wednesday. The only thing that makes me feel like this year could be different is because of what's his name? Because of John Harbaugh. So I'm very curious to see how they go about this differently. Also, there were all these reports saying that the Ravens are moving totally different now with Harbaugh gone. That they never in the past would give up first round picks for players. And I got to be honest, it makes me feel a little bit better, because like, I don't want Harbaugh coming in here and giving up first rounders. And it sounds like that's probably why the Trent McDuffie trade didn't work out, is because the Giants weren't willing to give a first round. And I'm like, yeah, we are in no position to be giving up first round picks. We need some help here. Joey B is seriously considering retirement. I mean, if he doesn't go in there and ask for a trade, I wouldn't blame him if he did at all. And also, the Bengals let Trey Hendrickson walk. So he's going to go sign with another team, their best player on defense. I'm like, what are they doing? What is going on in the Bengals building? I don't know, but I do feel a little bad for Joe Burrow. Okay, Downs is still on the team. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see what ends up, if they end up trading him, maybe. Like, I wonder if they would ever trade him to the Giants. But again, I don't think we're in a position to give up draft picks. Maybe him for Kayvon? Maybe. But I am expecting the Giants to re-sign a few players. It sounds like them and Cordell Flott have made some good headway. So I think that would be a good option for them. I've also heard that it's could be looking good for Illuminor, which I love. And who's the other one? It wasn't, McFadden and Belton too, not Belton, Bellinger, that was looking pretty good. So we'll see. I think we snag a wide receiver in the draft. Yes, the draft does have a lot of studs. I agree with you. As much as I love Carnell Tate, I don't really think the Giants should take him at 5, but they have the benefit of a lot of wide receivers being open to them at 37 and even later than that. What I really would like for them to do is get a 3rd round pick this year. I just think with where this team is at, really important for them to have a 3rd rounder. Yes, the Stafford sweepstakes last year. I got to tell you, I'm really glad that didn't end up working out, that we weren't paying. And look, Stafford had an amazing year this year. Would he have had that with the Giants? I don't know. I mean, the defense was so bad. The offensive EPA per play was pretty good. So, I don't really understand why they do this. Like, on NFL Network, it's saying that like the clubs can negotiate with free agents, but they're not allowed to sign contracts until Wednesday. And it's just like, what's the point? Like, if you verbally agree, why don't you just have them sign the contract now? To me, it makes no sense. I mean, is what it is, but I do think the draft coming before free agency would probably make a lot more sense. Because you can only fill so many holes in free agency when most organizations don't have over $100 million in cap space to fill that. So yeah, I think it would make more sense. Isn't that what they do in the NHL? Is it the NHL or the NBA? One of them has the draft and then free agency. And I don't know why the NFL did it this way. It's very interesting, but Elijah Vera Tucker, Michael. I like it. I think it would be a good signing. I think it's a position that needs to be addressed, and I'm excited to see what they end up doing. There was another name, him, Elijah Vera Tucker. Oh wait, wait, hold on, Kay Adams. Wait, I think Kay Adams just tweeted that Jermaine Illuminor is going to be on her show today at 12. Hold on, Kay. Hi, Mars. Oh, okay. So there was a tweet that said Jermaine Illuminor will be live at 12 p.m. on the Brazilian time on the Up and Adams show from Kay. So Kay posted this this morning at 10 o'clock saying Illuminor and DJ Reader were both supposed to be on her show today at 11 a.m. And then Kay just retweeted it and said, Jermaine not on today as of this minute, an hour ago. Do with that info what you will. So I hope that means that Illuminor, that the Giants and Illuminor are working out a deal. And like maybe it went down to the wire. But I like it. I think there are some good guards available in free agency too. Wait, where was the tweet that I saw about? I think it was Connor Hughes. I'm going to try and get Connor on the show maybe next week. Okay, hold on. All right, here's a tweet from Connor. Giants already re-signed Manhertz. They're trying to do the same with Bellinger per sources. They're also very in on Isaiah Likely. New York knows they need playmakers to help Dart. Likely pairing with Theo Johnson with an infusion of interior OL talent, Elijah Vera Tucker to boost the run game. Okay, so he's been hearing a lot about Elijah Vera Tucker to the Giants too, says Connor Hughes. But then Dunleavy said, what if the Giants are going to sign Quincy Williams, Elijah Vera Tucker, and Nick Folk while the Jets sign Bobby O, Micah McFadden, and Austin Schlottman? All New York football problems are solved. So that would be very funny. And then Connor also said this, the Giants are shopping the market for inside linebackers. Thank God. Would expect them to sign at least one, possibly two. Price has to be right. Names to monitor: Alex Anzalone, Leo Chanel, Tremaine Edmonds, and Quincy Williams. Interest in retaining Micah McFadden, although he has quite a few suitors, and the Jets are one of them, which I think that is very interesting. Okay. Hello, Willie. How are you? Yes, Flott and Illuminor safe bets. Oh, could you imagine if Pittsburgh signed Henriksen? That would honestly be hilarious. I like that the Giants re-signed Manhertz. I think he's a good veteran to have in the building. I think he's a good blocker. And, we don't really know what this tight end room is going to look like. We don't know what they're going to do with Bellinger. We don't know if they're going to bring in, what's his name? Likely. So, you can't rely on Thomas Fidone, who was injured most of the season this year. So I think they have to bring in a little more talent to the tight end room. Dan, I'm with you. I love Jacob Rodriguez. I got to see him at the Senior Bowl, and ever since then, I'm like him and Kyle Lewis were my top two linebackers from the Senior Bowl. If we cannot get Sonny Styles at 5, then I'm all in on one of those guys, maybe at 37. Or maybe we trade back to like 40 and get a 3rd round pick. That would be awesome. And get one of those guys at like 40 or something. I was looking at one of the guys' top boards, and they had Jacob Rodriguez as the 44th out of their like top 100. So obviously draft day things go differently. So you never know, but would be interesting to see if they could get him a little bit later. Okay. It is the NBA that does the draft before free agency. The NFL should do the same. Yes, it makes more sense to pay your draft picks first over free agencies. I don't know who came up with that and why they decided that that was the right way to go about it. Very, very interesting situation there. Hello, Wanderson. So I don't I don't think they're gonna. I think because they signed Manhurts, they're not gonna sign Bellinger and Likely. My guess is it's one of the two, and then Theo Johnson will be the third. And I think that Fidoni, could be like a practice squad backup type of guy. Hello, Marcy. Does feel good to be back. Um, I know I do. I really like Leo Chanel. I would love if the Giants got him. I just think he's going to follow Jim Leonhard to the Bills. Jim Leonhard is the Bills' new defensive coordinator, but he was Leo Chanel's coach in college, and he's one of the reasons why Leo Chanel is as good as he is. So I have to assume that they had a good relationship and worked well together. And the Bills' defense desperately needs some help. So, hello, Marcy. Would you like to say hi? You're so cute. You're such a gremlin. She just wants to play. The reason free agency is before the draft is the union wants the money to go to the existing players before rookies. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, the Chiefs just signed Kenneth Walker. Not that I wanted Kenneth. I mean, I like Kenneth Walker. He's a stud, but we didn't need him going to the Chiefs. You know what I mean? So that's very interesting. Wow. How do you like that? Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. Willie, I would take all of the Ohio State players that are coming out of the draft. I think they are fantastic football players. I like Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Carnell Tate. I like Kasmerick, who is the tight end. There's an offensive lineman that's coming out. I forget his name at the moment, but Ohio State, to me, Ohio State and UGA are two college teams that just know what the hell they're doing with seemingly every position. And I always joke that I would take anyone out of those schools. I also think LSU does a fantastic job with wide receivers. Would definitely take them out of there. Willie, I hope they cut Graham Gano. I mean, it frees up almost $5 million in cap space. And with all due respect to Graham Gano, he's 39 years old. I think his best days are behind him, and he's dealt with a lot of injuries. It's enough, I don't know. I think it's time for the Giants to move on from him. They have Ben Sauls, who had he was the first Giants kicker to make a 45-yarder since 2020, which is crazy. But he also he's just not been healthy. And I just think if you can save $4.5 million, stick with someone like Ben Sauls, who was a UDFA. He's not going to cost you a lot of money. And then you could bring someone else in for the summer to compete with him if you really want competition there, which I think is fine. Go for it. I would take Wan'Dale over Pierce. I think Wan'Dale's going to end up with the Titans. I just think that's most likely the right place for him, where he's going to end up. They have the money for him. Brian Dable wants him. He's going to be a great target for Cam Ward. I just feel like that makes the most sense. Yeah, maybe Pacheco is going to sign somewhere else, but is he a free agent? They could just keep the two of them. Hoping the Chiefs trade with us in the draft in order for them to get Love. That could still be a possibility. Definitely could still be a possibility. Especially if Isaiah Pacheco is a free agent or he goes elsewhere. You can't only have one running back. Yes, Travis Kelce is back with the Chiefs. I knew that was going to happen. I'm he's probably only going to play one more year. There is no chance he finishes out his career with any other team than the Chiefs. It would have made no sense to me whatsoever. The Giants to get Pacheco. Yes, Jersey guy. Could. If they were signing OBJ, would this be the time when they would announce it? So because OBJ is a free agent, they could technically sign him at any time. But if he has interest from other teams, I think they'd prefer to sign him sooner rather than later, would be my guess. So I really hope there are conversations going on between the Giants and OBJ, because I really would love OBJ to come back. Give him a vet minimum, let him finish out his career as a Giant. I think Dart would love it. I think he just would be a great addition. Like, our wide receiver room needs help. He doesn't have to play every snap. He can just be a vet wide receiver that steps in here and there when, you feel like the time is right for him. Yes, sign a UDFA to compete with Sauls. I mean, they could even pick someone in the 6th round. They have 3 6th-round picks this year. They could also always do that. Hello, MV Diablo. Welcome. I'm really curious to see where Linderbaum goes. I heard that the Commanders have some interest in him. I don't know. Him and Likely could definitely still be options for the Giants. I see. What you doing? Does feel good to be back on YouTube. Also, tomorrow night we have Giants Collective. Me, Bad Dog the Entertainer, and Anthony from Fireside Giants are going to be live on Giants Collective tomorrow night, going through all of the free agent signings. Supposedly, the expectation for Linderbaum is that he's going to get around $20 million a year, maybe even more, which is crazy. I mean, good for him. It's amazing, but crazy for a center. Thank you, Willie. I love this Burns t-shirt too. It's so good. It's from Planet Euphoria. Hello, Marcy. You're so cute. Oh, I want Christian Wilkins so badly. I have been on my soapbox about this, and I'm so glad you brought this up because I really think that he is such a good fit for the Giants. Him and Dexter Lawrence reuniting, they used to play together in Clemson, and they were unstoppable. And he's been out of this foot injury for more than a year, so he should be healthy, should be ready to go. The Giants, keep saying nonstop that they need to stop the run. Christian Wilkins will help you stop the run. So I really think they got to do it and make it work. Oh, I love to hear that, Jayfinity. Giants Collective is my favorite. We have a lot of fun on that show. It's great. Willie, I should try to get Madeline. I'll have to reach out to her again. Yeah, can't spend that much on a center. If we had a right guard and right tackle lined up, I'd say go right ahead and spend $20 million on Linderbaum. I just think that should not be a priority until you have the right side of the offensive line figured out. And if they cut JMS, I think it'll save $2 or $3 billion. It's not a lot, but yes, hope we see a Giant signing. I'd like to sleep good tonight. You and me both. I was up early this morning. Went to a workout, was all ready to go, obsessively checking my phone. But I purposely did it early because I was like, it can't be in a workout at noon when this shit hits. So, okay. The Bucks are finalizing a deal to re-sign their tight end, Cade Otton. That's a good move for them. Big statement by the Chiefs. I agree. I was surprised. For some reason, I didn't see that coming. I didn't know where Walker was going to end up, but the Chiefs is probably a good move for him. Also, how about Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee, of course, being like, I don't really know what I'm going to do. He is the most annoying person on the planet. Michael, not even a Giants fan. I appreciate that. Something to keep an eye on. Heard some teams view Austin Schlottman as a potential starting center. Wow. Or at least someone who can compete, played well. I have been saying this whole offseason that the Giants should re-sign Schlottman because he stepped in every time JMS got injured and was fine. And that was also my beef with signing Linderbaum too. Is again, why are you spending $20 million on a center when, like, if JMS was a free agent, by all means, go ahead. And Linderbaum is better than JMS for sure, but I just am like, we got to get the right side fixed up first because our right guard and right tackle are both free agents. Also, is there a World Baseball Classic game on today? I haven't watched a single game because I never have any idea when it's on. And every time I'm like scrolling through ESPN, it's never on. I'm like, how is everyone watching these games? Why am I the only one who has no idea when it is? Yes, Willie. So Joe Shane said during the combine 2 weeks ago at this point, I think it was only last week, that he is rehabbing in Miami and everything is on track. He's looking good to be ready for training camp, assuming he doesn't have any setbacks. So let's hope that that's the case, that he stays healthy. And, we don't need to see him in training camp, but he needs to start practicing, learning the offense and things like that. But I'm not worried about him. Like, we don't need to see him until week 1 on the field. Manhurst signing came during doing squats. That's the problem. I don't know if you have the alerts set up like I do. I have Twitter alerts set up, and every time my phone beeps, I'm like, what is it? What is it? Is it the Giants? Oh, there it goes. Again, ESPN, Kate Otten. I'm like, come on, give me something new here. Oh, US is playing tonight on Fox 5 at 8 p.m. against Mexico. Okay. Yes, Rodgers wants to outdo Favre. I agree. Okay, good to know. So US versus Mexico tonight. That should be good. Brazil plays versus Great Britain. Okay. Chiefs deal with Kenneth Walker is 3 years, 43 million. And with, I guess, incentives, it could be up to 45. FS1 and 2B, there's games. Okay. I want to see if I get any of them on cable. Let's see. I should get the game tonight at 8 o'clock. Let's see. Okay. I get tonight's game. Oh, there's a Criminal Minds marathon on. Love it. Yes, I've heard that Aaron Judge has been playing amazing for the Yankees. I think he had a couple groundouts and then all of a sudden has been playing lights out. Also, they have Jones on. Oh, Jordan Ranon said that the Giants did put in an offer to sign running back Kenneth Walker, which I just figured they weren't going to spend that much money on him. So 45, so he's getting 15 million a year. I wonder what the Giants offered him. You know what's so funny is that I wonder if they offered him 13 million. But it's just Joe Shane. I just giggling to myself about what he must be doing over there. Especially with something like signing a safety, signing a running back, with his whole like positional value thing. All right, Duggan said had heard 15 million a year for Walker. Giants just weren't going there for a running back with so many other needs. As they shouldn't. Like, thank God someone has some freaking sense in there. Like, yeah, 45 million on a running back would be a crazy thing to do. Agree. And if we were the Seahawks who just won the Super Bowl, don't care. Give him whatever he wants. But like, we're so not even close to that to me is just so delulu. Hi, Morris. You being a good girl. By the way, they were just showing that the Colts are working on a contract with Jones, working on an extension. And whoever his agent is, seriously needs to teach a master class on negotiating because the guy is unbelievable. I saw a report this morning that said that the Colts offered Jones $33 million a year. His agent came back to the Colts at $50 million a year. What world is this guy living in? And then the Colts end up, instead of doing 33, they end up doing the transition tag for 36.7 million. Teach me how to negotiate like that. That shit is unbelievable. Like, I'm dead ass. I want a master class on it. It's crazy. So impressive. All right, FS1. I should get FS1 and FS2. I know I do. I just never watch them because I think they only play, they usually do Mets games, right? So I usually watch, yes, but let me see because I am. All right, I have FS1. Oh, yeah, the World Baseball Classic. DRO. Chiefs. Oh, no, the Rams just signed Jalen Watson, cornerback, on a 3-year deal. Is this a replay, Dominican versus Israel? I don't know. I'm going back to NFL Network, but yes, Jones's agent is a master. Literally, I don't know where that guy went to college. I don't know where he learned how to negotiate, but the guy needs a master class. Needs to teach a class. I mean, would be really helpful. Yes, Cousins' agent is a good one too. Alec Pierce had a huge offer from the Commanders. Do the Commanders have that much money in cap space? Because I heard they're also interested in Linderbaum, and I'm like, where are they getting all this money? But I don't know. Maybe they have more than the Giants. Very interesting. I mean, $50 million for Daniel Jones is absolutely insane. Flacco wants a job to at least or wants an opportunity to compete for a starting job. If he's a backup, Flacco would strongly consider returning to Cincinnati. It's crazy that Flacco had his first Pro Bowl backing up Joe Burrow. Wild. Okay, Rams are signing former Chiefs cornerback Jalen Watson to a 3-year deal. Oh, it is live right now. Okay. So I'll rotate between NFL Network and James Conner is staying with the Cardinals. I miss when cable channels used to use numbers. Now we have to look for the names. I know the way that, like, I'm going to sound like such an old person, but the way that cable and like all these streaming services and how the NFL uses all these streaming services have changed. I don't like it. Like, why do I have to pay $1 million to watch sports that used to be on cable for free? And cable's not even free. So dumb. Mexico versus Brazil was a bloodbath. Was it? Who won? Stapleton keeps saying an eye on Michael Pittman for us versus a trade. What if they do Pittman for Kayvon? I think that would be awesome. But like, can we not be giving up draft picks, please? I trust the process, but you know, sometimes when there are certain people in the building that are involved, I'm not so certain that I should be trusting them and their process. Commanders Pro Bowl Laramie Tunsil reached agreement on a 2-year extension with Washington. Okay, I want to hear Jermaine Illuminor next. Yes, veteran cornerback like Jamel Dean. I have heard that he is a name to watch for the Giants. I'm really curious if they sign Flott, would they do both? If they don't sign Flott, are they more willing to spend the money on Dean? Well, Washington had $87 million. Wow, I didn't realize they had that much in cap space. Damn. Mexico smashed Brazil. Was 11-0. Wow. I listen to Locked On Yankees every day, and they were saying that Juan Soto hit the walk-off home run for Dominican that mercy ruled, and the game was over. I forget who they were playing, but getting mercy ruled is brutal. Jalen Phillips agreed to a 4-year deal with the Panthers. Didn't they just say that the Eagles were trying to resign him yesterday? I think they were. Wow. Okay. Good for him. I like anyone that leaves the Eagles and goes to a team outside of the division is good by me. Yes, also because cable has gotten so expensive and now you can't even watch like local sports on it between SNY, Amazon Prime, the baseball games. It's so dumb. I like Taylor from the Saints play nickel and outside. Who is that? It's okay, Mars. It was just a door. I know you're so cute. Wow, this is good news for us that he's out of the division, Jaelan Phillips. I like that. Okay. I did not talk about the Dolphins yet. I can't believe that they're cutting Tua. I mean, I kind of can, like I get it, you have to start over, but their cap situation is such a mess. And I just like I feel bad for teams of other fans because I know what it's like to be a fan of a team that's an actual cluster, like the Giants have been for many years. And like I feel for Bengals fans. I'm just like, what the hell are you guys literally doing? Are you trying to eat the fuzz out of here? Don't do that. The fuzz is not for Marcy. So yeah. I feel bad for Dolphins fans. Because like I don't really know what Quinn Ewers is gonna be. I don't think anyone knows what Quinn Ewers is gonna be. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be at least they have Waddle though. So like if they stick with Quinn Ewers, they have Waddle, they have Darren Waller, they have Ollie Gordon, like they have some good players there, but they need a lot more help. Oh, Alontae Taylor from the Saints. I feel like I've heard he must be a free agent too, right? Also, the Tua thing is technically a post June 1st cut because I guess that's how they'd save a little bit more money than if they cut him now. Philly made a huge push to get Jaelan Phillips back, but the Panthers came in at $30 million per year. I love it. Michael Pittman is being traded to the Steelers, not to the Giants. Wow, we have to see what this return is for the Steelers because curious to see what the Giants would have been. Hi, babes. What you doing? What? Go get your box of toys is over there. Go get it. Do you want this? All right, the Colts are trading Pittman. Wow, so I thought it was going to be Downs, but I guess they decided on Pierce. Wow, this is very interesting. Very interesting. Dolphins gave up Fitzpatrick for only a 7th round pick. Seriously? I did not realize that. I think the Dolphins are finally gonna I think they have a new GM, new coach. Like I think they're gonna turn it around a little bit. I also think I think the Titans are in a really good place. I know people don't like the owner and they've made some really questionable decisions. I like Saleh. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a great head coach, but I think he's going to be a good I think he'll really help out the defense there. But like I think Dable's going to be good there. I do. I think Dable's a great OC. He's not a great head coach. Wow. Yeah, the Giants app is slow for news because they're not the ones who post it right away. It's always like Adam Schefter and the news sources that get it out first. So the Giants always end up posting later. I would love nothing more than to have Fred Warner on this football team, but I just think there's a 0% chance that that's even an option. Because if you're the Niners, why are you giving up your best player? You know? Like he's definitely got to be one of their better ones. I'm dying to know what the Steelers gave up for Pittman. There's nothing on that yet. Art is usually pretty spot on with stuff like that too. So he must just knew that the Giants were in the mix, but maybe they weren't willing to give up whatever the Steelers were. Yes, Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. And he's getting like $15 million a year. which is wild. Hello, Javi. Free agency. Hopefully, we resign our players. I'm hoping they just bring back some good players and they bring in some new good ones. I'm excited. Paul, happy free agency frenzy. The Broncos have made some good re-signings, brought back some good players. Prime, welcome. Love it. I'm excited. I'm just like on the edge of my seat. Like, what are we doing? Who's it going to be? I bet they traded their first or second round pick. You think they gave up that much for Pittman? Maybe a third? I mean, the Giants don't have a third. Maybe. I don't know. I'm dying to know what it is. They're talking about Jamel Dean right now, who's just being a free agent. Okay. According to Art, the Giants were trying for him. My brother just said Pittman was free. We should have made that deal. Okay. This year is going to be strange watching Pittsburgh play. It's not just him too. Like I still think it's crazy that that Harbaugh is our coach. Like when week 1 comes around and there's no Mike Tomlin, Harbaugh's here, Dable's there, Salah's there. It's gonna be so interesting. Don't know yet, but I'm dying to. Everyone wants to know what the trade details are, but we don't know. We need more. The Giants. Okay, Steelers get Michael Pittman. Colts get a late round pick swap, according to Underdog. Here we go, Dolphins fans. Malik Willis. I don't know if there's any Dolphins fans in here. Malik Willis is, wow, so much for the Jets, huh? 3 years, $67.5 million deal with $45 million fully guaranteed. That contract was negotiated by David Mulugeta, who is the same agent for Wan'Dale Robinson, Cordell Flott, and Jermaine Illuminor. So he's been busy with Malik Willis. Ravens are signing OL John Simpson. No way. I do not believe that is a late round pick swap for Pittman. That's it. I think Malik Willis to the Dolphins was a good move. Like, you can't have Quinn Ewers attempt to be your starter. So now they've got Quinn Ewers as the backup. He's got Waddle. He's got some receivers, which I think will be good. I think that was a good move. Speaking about third round pick, what about a trade for Kayvon? We're only going to get a third. I'm dying to know what the offers were that Joe was getting in the fall for Kayvon, because I mean, my guess is it had to be a fourth or later, or maybe they were offering a third and he wanted a second. Like, Joe is always, like, we saw this on Hard Knocks, is that he's this like tough guy negotiator. And I'm just like, at some point, bro, you got to cut that out. Like, I get it. You don't want to give people away for free, and that's fine. But like, now Kayvon missed the rest of the season basically with an injury. Like, now what are we going to get for him? I don't know. I think if we can get a second or a third, you must trade Kayvon. I'm not trading him for a fourth. I'm with Joe on that. But at this point, they might be better off waiting until the season starts to see how things go. Isn't it kind of crazy that Malik Willis was the top free agent? Okay, trade terms. Pittsburgh is preparing to sign Michael Pittman to an extension, and they're swapping late round picks. Okay. I don't know what that was about. We have 3 6th round picks. Like, could have traded one of those for Pittman. Is that really it? Giants are signing former Ravens tight end Isaiah Likely to a 3-year, $40 million with upside of 47.5. Here we go. Hold on, let me get this on social media. It's the problem. You guys are going to have to watch me in action making a stupid video. Hold on. Ah, this is why I was like, I can't do this on my phone. Live on YouTube now. Okay. Okay, Isaiah Likely, 3 years, $40 million. So now we're gonna have that maybe that means that Bellinger is off the table. So we're gonna have Isaiah Likely. I was gonna say Tyler Warren. Yeah, right. I wish. Chris Manhertz and one. Oh my God, whatever the fuck his name is, Theo Johnson. Thank you, MV Diablo. I appreciate that. That's very kind. Yeah, I don't think anyone thinks like Fred Warner is done. The guy is an absolute beast. Okay, there we go. Isaiah Likely. What do we think? What do we think? So hold on. He's getting a little over $13 million a year. I think the tag was like 15 to 16 million. So this is obviously better than the tag. I agree, Glennie. Bellinger's probably gone because Isaiah Likely and Theo Johnson are going to be the starters. And I think Manhertz is going to be the third rotational piece. And then what's his face? Fedoni's going to be like the backup. I know, which is really, I liked, like, if I had the option, I would have taken Bellinger over Manhertz, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? All right. Also, Likely is going to be used more as a pass catcher. I don't think that's going to prevent them from doing anything at the wide receiver position, but they're going to use him like a wide receiver. So maybe that means that they're not going to spend big in free agency, and maybe they will go after like a Casey Concepcion or someone like that. Like Makai Lemon's probably going to go first round, but if he's available at 37, like maybe they do that at the wide receiver plus OBJ. I would like it. I would like that a lot. Okay. My brother has just said send Theo to Argonauts. I think he meant to space or as an astronaut. Astronaut. I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay. Likely is definitely better than Theo. I agree. Yes, Likely could be used in the slot. I also think we're going to see Malik Neighbors in the slot a little bit, and I think that is the right move. I think that's what the Giants should be doing. Let me ask you guys something. Before I go make this video for like a reel on Instagram and TikTok, should I just do a recap at the end of the day of all the players that the Giants signed? Or should I just do one about Isaiah Likely and like if they sign someone in an hour, do that? Does anyone care? Let me know. We now have 27 tight ends. Never too many, especially when they're all injured and only half of them can catch. So the deal is 3 years for 40 million. My guess is it's structured similarly to, well, actually, I don't know now with Harbaugh in the building, but a lot of the contracts that the Giants signed over the last couple of years, the cornerbacks, the wide receivers, the safeties, whatever, have been 3 years with an out after year 2. So it is possible that it's a 3-year deal with an out after year 2. I don't believe we have anything on guaranteed money yet, but it's 3 years, 40 million with incentives that get it to 47.5 million. But Jordan Schultz said Harbaugh reunites with Isaiah Likely, who he felt was an essential component to his offense with Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors. I like it. I like it. Recap end of day. Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate that, John. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think Likely is an upgrade to Theo. I agree with you. How do I show this? Okay, I don't know how to show this on. This is what happens. Okay, anyway, Leah, I agree. Likely definitely has better hands than Theo. You can use him in the slot. And I think that him and Theo though will be a good combo because Theo is a decent blocker. So I think that you can really rotate the two of them in there, use them two tight end sets. Like I think there's still going to be a lot of that this year. I like it. I think it's a good move. So 3 year 40 million. I don't see anything about guaranteed money yet. I still can't believe it was just a late pick swap for what's his face. That's crazy. Okay, here, let's see what they have to say about Likely. Okay, that was quick about Likely. Nothing interesting. Yes, Walker going to the Chiefs. I think that was a good move. Simpson re-signed. The Jets signed Joseph Osai from the Bengals, who has a pass rusher. The Bears are signing defensive tackle Neville Gallimore. I don't know who some of these guys are. Yes, Illuminor next. I'm with you guys. I'm with you. Let's do it. And then Wyatt Teller at right guard. Would like it. All right. So Pittman is getting a 3-year, $59 million deal, which is what he was getting almost $20 million a year. Maybe that's why the Giants didn't do it, because they probably weren't going to pay him that much money, which I guess is fair. Yes, Dart got another target in the middle of the field. I agree. And he's got better hands than Theo, which we need. Yes, keep building around Dart. Next up is offensive line. Do you want to talk about building around Dart? Offensive line, to me, needs to be next on the totem pole. Look at this dog. Okay. Oh, Dobbs. Yeah, Dobbs is still available. I'm really curious as to what he's going to get on the market. Saints are re-signing defensive tackle John Ridgeway. Okay. Yeah, Theo will be. You know what I would love to know is if this new offensive coaching staff came in and were like, "Listen, we don't like Theo as much as you guys do," because there was so much talk that like Shane and Dable loved Theo, he was their guy, and in the building they kept talking about how Theo is so athletic and they think he can do this and yada yada. And I wonder if this coaching staff was like, "We like Theo, we don't like him that much." We may never know, but very interesting. Hi, Mars. So we'll see. I like the Likely signing. Yes, I want the offensive line to be next. To me, that really needs to be the biggest priority of free agency for the Giants. But I like it. I think it's a good move. I think he's going to be a weapon. I think he's a good addition to Theo Johnson. You can use him in the slot. You can use him on the outside. He's got better hands than Theo. Let Theo do the blocking. Let Likely do the receiving. And I think we've got a good key piece to the offense there. Yeah. The thing to me, Theo's experience last year, like his year for the Giants, was like the Giants' whole career of the last like 5 or 7 years in a nutshell, where they're inconsistent. They look amazing in the first half. They put up points. They're consistent. They play complementary football, and then they completely fall off and they lose the game. And then like the best player gets injured. It's like that was Theo to me in a nutshell last year. He caught touchdowns. He caught amazing third down passes. He caught the ball on fourth down. And then he would drop like the most insane ball that was like literally in his hands. And you're just like, what are we doing? How does that happen? So, it's the Giants seasons in a nutshell. I do think that means Bellinger's hitting the road. Sadly, I do. I hope for his case he gets picked up by another team, maybe the Jets, so he could stay in New York. I got to meet Bellinger last year. He is the nicest person. He's unbelievably sweet. He's kind. He like talked to my mom for a while. My mom's like, he's so cute. And he's like was hanging out with his family. He seems like a really, really good dude. And I thought he was a great football player too. So it's my guess is they felt like it wasn't going to work with Bellinger. That's why they went with Manhertz. But I would have preferred Belly, but what are you going to do? Giants and Jets might be competing for linebacker Alex Anzalone's services. Love it. Giants Collective we're doing tomorrow night. We'll be back at 7:00 tomorrow, and it's going to be chaos, but I'm excited. It'll be fun. I do think the Giants are going to keep Tay Banks. Yes, I think he's in his fourth. He was drafted 2023. 2024. He's in his last year of his contract. So I think they're going to keep him because he's on a cheap rookie contract. He is a press man corner, which is what Denard Wilson likes, and he can play special teams. So I think they'll keep him more as a depth piece. I'm not so certain that we're going to see him a lot on defense, but I think that they will keep him around in case they feel like they need him. I think we'll see him more on special teams than anything, but we'll see it. Yes, maybe Theo can develop to be a better catcher. Him and Darius Slayton, like, get in the lab together, guys. I really need them to focus on that this offseason. I do think that they will. I think there's going to be a whole new focus on everyone in the building, that like player development and improvement is a really big thing. So I'm expecting everyone to have a better year this year. Like there's just no ifs, ands, or buts. We spent a fuckload of money on this coaching staff. We did everything we could do to bring in John Harbaugh. And the thing with John Harbaugh is the expectation is that he is going to help with player development. So let's go. You don't have 18 years to turn this ship around. You have 5. So got a lot of work to do, buddy. The thing with Slayton is like, we probably could, I don't know. Do you think you could trade Slayton for a 6th or 7th round pick? The problem with Slayton is that his contract is, his dead cap money is like $17 million. And his cap hit is 15 million. So I just think even if you trade him for like a 6th round pick, I don't know what team is willing to take on that contract unless they want to extend him and restructure it. And if you're someone who, like, if you're a coach who watched all of Darius Slayton's tape last year, are you like, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't. You never know. But I don't see it happening. Theo is athletic, but the most important thing a receiver does is catch the ball. Yes. The inconsistencies are maddening. Banks should be cut despite the scheme. They might. I mean, if they bring in some more corners, they absolutely might. I just am not, because it's this coaching staff and what they want to do. I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on them cutting him. At least not now. I think if they do, maybe it'll be in the summer if someone just obviously outworks him and plays better. The thing that I thought was interesting is that, Harbaugh's been like, we want guys who are all football all the time. And I don't think Tay Bank fits that mold. And Harbaugh also said that like players will get a clean slate with him, but that the tape doesn't lie. And I'm just like, if you're John Harbaugh and you're watching the tape on Banks playing defense, and he's like obviously dogging it out there, are you really like, yeah, no, he gets we'll keep him? I don't know. I just don't know. It's hard to tell, but I do think if they cut him, it won't be until the summer. I do think Linderbaum is probably going to get around 20 million. He might get up to 21. Nothing about Hyatt. I think the same thing. He'll be on the roster through the summer. And if he sucks at training camp, if he sucks at training camp, he'll get cooked. Thank you so much, MV. Enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you joining on. Let's hope for some more good Giants signings. Oh, Demario Davis is signing with the Jets. Maybe that means that the Giants are getting Leo Chanel or Alex Anzalone. Because who just tweeted that? I think it was Connor Hughes. No, Giant Insider tweeted Giants and Jets might be competing for Alex Anzalone. So if the Jets just signed Demario Davis, then maybe that's who the Giants are getting. They're getting a linebacker. Also, Devin Lloyd would be a great linebacker option. Leo Chanel. I'm still saying I think we're going to get that notification that Chanel is going to Buffalo, but TBD. A possible Giants Jets Super Bowl. We would literally, I mean, it won't be at MetLife, but like MetLife would be burned down, which to be fair, it probably should be. I think Tyler might be an option for the Giants. I just don't think they're going to pay that much money for him. Like, I'm sure they were in the conversation and they were going back and forth with his agent, but if he's getting offered $22 million from other teams, like, I just think he's probably going to do that. I also just don't think the Giants should be willing to pay a center that much money when you don't have a right guard and a right tackle. They're both right now free agents. Yeah, Trubisky to the Titans. I mean, Brian Dable's there. Does that make sense? Maybe. I think we're going to see Wan'Dale to the Titans next. I do. Shane's worst deal was letting Barkley go. I disagree with you. I get so much hate for this, but I am a ride or die. I'm going to take this to the grave. The Giants not re-signing Saquon Barkley was the right move. The wrong move was not trading him, because you cannot let him walk in free agency. That's the problem, and that's the problem that I'm going to have if they do the same thing with Kayvon. You cannot let Kayvon walk in free agency. If you're not going to re-sign him and he's not going to be part of the future, then trade his ass. And I don't like the fact that Joe Schoen gave in to John Mara on that. Like, you know? So, anyway, I do agree that the Slayton deal was not great. And when I saw that the Giants re-signed Slayton last year, I was like, no, they didn't. No, they did not. Like, I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for like $7 million a year. But here we are. I miss Wink so badly. Got a Kish, Theo, Hyatt, Neal, and Tibbs. What am I missing? I don't get that. CBS free agent tracker has AVT on the Giants. Could be an error. Really? Elijah Vera Tucker? I heard that the Giants are interested in him, so I would be on board with that. Want receivers who can catch the ball. To be fair, Isaiah Likely can catch the ball better than what's it called? Theo. Okay, I will try and remember as many as I can that have signed. So the Giants signed Isaiah Likely. As of right now, he is their first sign. Well, they've re-signed Chris Manhertz too, who's a tight end. But so they signed 2 tight ends so far. Kenneth Walker signed with the Chiefs. The Jets signed Demario Davis. They signed former Bengals edge rusher. I forget his name. Jonathan something or Jose. Hold on. The Titans signed Mitch Trubisky. Jalen Phillips, this is the best one for Giants fans. Jalen Phillips, star edge rusher, left the Eagles after the Eagles tried very hard to get him back and signed with the Panthers. Huge news for us. Who else? Malik Willis is now the quarterback of the Dolphins. Who else has been exciting? Alec Pierce is staying with the Colts. Michael Pittman got traded from the Colts to the Steelers. Kenneth Gainwell is signing with the Bucs. This is new. Kenneth Gainwell is signing with the Bucs on a 2-year, $14 million deal with $10 million guaranteed. I think that's a pretty good deal. The Jets seem to have been pretty active. Wan'Dale is going to the Titans, and I think that's a good move for everyone. Nothing about GVR. Seen anything about that. Yes, Trey Hendrickson's a free agent. He probably would have been a good option for the Jets, but they brought in someone else. Yeah, we should have traded Snake on. I agree. This isn't the 70s when they played football. Yeah, I agree. But I also just I really wish they would all wear Guardian hats. Some of these guys are so young. Like, Do you want to have a brain and a life outside of football? Like the guys that are like Jackson Dart, for example, he is 21 or 22 years old. Him and Malik Neighbors, like these guys are 22 years old. They have their whole lives ahead of them. Their brain is not even fully functioning yet. It's not fully formed. Please wear a Guardian cap. You're only going to be in football for so long. Like, have a life outside of that, please. My brother just said we got the Ravens punter. Who is the Ravens punter? Also, I don't see this anywhere. I don't know where he got that. The Ravens punter is Jordan Stout, by the way. I don't really know anything about him. He's 6'3". He wears number 11. 209 pounds. He went to Penn State. He was a 2022 fourth round draft pick. He has 53 punts, which is 23rd in the NFL, averaging 50. Oh, this is pretty good. Averaging 50 yards per punt, which is 5th in the NFL. And his longest was 74 yards, which is 3rd in the NFL. And he's had 24 punts inside the 20. He's tied for 13th in the NFL. That's actually pretty good. I guess I wonder if they're going to cut. They must be cutting Jamie Gillen if they're going to do that. Oh, yes. The Jets also got Minkah Fitzpatrick in a trade with the Dolphins, which I still can't believe that they did an interdivisional trade. Pete Traeger said it on the Pat McAfee show about the punter. Yes, we did sign Isaiah Likely. That has been confirmed by multiple sources. The Giants signed him to a 3-year, $40 million deal with incentives that get him up to $47.5 million deal. There we go. There's the note. Okay, so the Giants have signed Stout. And he's going to be reuniting not only with Harbaugh, but with Chris Horton, who was the former Ravens special teams coordinator, now the current Giants special teams coordinator. All right, I need to go post these. Hold on. Let me get this on Instagram, and then I need to post both of these on TikTok. Okay, do we have a deal? Agreement today with Giants on a 3-year, $12.3 million deal makes him the NFL's highest paid punter. Highest paid punter. Is that necessary? I mean, he's good, but all right, hold on. I got to get this shit on TikTok. What's going on right? Hold on. I need to get chapstick, guys. I'll be right back. Hi, Mars. I think it entices them around this, and ends up being a Will Howard, then it's a good thing. Got another veteran, a single big guy, to throw the football up to go get, but this team is fine. Hi, Morris. What you doing, girly? Okay. I'm going to do a quick TikTok video. Okay. As no surprise to no one, the Giants have signed 2 former Ravens. The first one is Isaiah Likely. They signed him to a 3-year, $40 million deal that has incentives that get him up to $47.5 million. And they also signed the former Ravens punter. What's his name? Jordan Stout? Okay. Jordan Stout to a 3-year deal, making him the highest paid punter in the NFL. He is making $12.3 million, and it's a 3-year deal. His stats from last year, he actually had a great year with the Ravens. He had 53 punts, 23rd in the NFL, averaging 50 yards per punt, which is 5th in the NFL. His longest was 74 yards, which is 3rd in the NFL, and he had 24 punts inside the 20, which is tied for 13th. So 2 former Ravens. I do not think we're going to get the third, which is Tyler Linderbaum, but the Giants have made their first 2 big signings of the day, expecting them to go for offensive line next, potentially inside linebacker. So stay tuned for more.
As no surprise to no one, the Giants have signed 2 former Ravens. The first one is Isaiah Likely. They signed him to a 3-year, $40 million deal that has incentives that get him up to $47.5 million.
Okay. Giants sign Isaiah Likely. Okay, sorry guys. And punter Jordan Stout. Okay, live on YouTube now. Giants free agency. Hi, Morris. Okay. All right. Anzalone to the Bucks. So that means there's still other options out there for linebacker, which is great. They still have Leo Chanel and Trayman Edmonds. Micah McFadden. Yes, going to be an exciting NFL season. I think so too. 2 positions upgraded. Friend is a Penn State friend. He said he's good. Love to hear that. Stout was a Pro Bowl punt. Okay, I didn't realize it was Pro Bowl. Interesting. I'm waiting on Illuminor. I'm waiting for him to be next. I don't know where he got that Ravens news. I'll have to ask him, but he does a lot of betting and he has friends that are like in the betting industry. Some of them like know some people and stuff. So I wonder if it was a friend of his who gave him the little scoop early. But I normally don't like, he actually is usually pretty spot on, but sometimes I don't always like to share like random shit from people because I'm like, I don't know how legit this is. Okay, so ETN has not been signed yet. No, he has not. Yeah, right. My brother is an NFL GM. We're probably getting. I do think they're going to go after Sonny Styles in the draft. However, Sonny Styles has had such a good combine that there is a small possibility that he's not available at 5, and the Giants cannot go into the draft with no linebackers and just be like, well, we're going to get Sonny Styles. It doesn't work like that. You don't know what other teams are going to do. So I would like a veteran linebacker in free agency and Sonny Styles. And if they can't get Sonny Styles, then I want either Kyle Lewis or Jacob Rodriguez in the draft. Yeah, they must be cutting. Let's look at Jamie Gillen's contract because I don't actually know how much space it frees up. So if, there is a potential out. Good job, Joe. I'll give him credit for this. The cap hit is 3.3 million and the dead cap is 2.1, which is not really a lot. So I think that's fine. ETN to the Broncos would be a good move. I can't believe they made him the highest paid punter. Like, I don't really care, but I just think it's funny. Like, why would you not put Devin Lloyd as the Giants for a great fit? Also, Bobby O hasn't been signed yet anywhere, but I think he will at some point. Caleb Downs and Jacob Rodriguez would love that. Where did you see we signed Illuminor? I'm waiting for that so badly. It's going to be a highlight of my day if we re-sign Illuminor. Also, and get a good linebacker. That has to be too. Yes, the punter is important because as we have seen, the Giants special teams have literally lost them multiple games. And Jamie Gillen did not have a good year. So if you're a good punter like Stout and you have 20, what did it say? 20, hold on. 24 punts inside the 20, you're giving your defense a really good opportunity to make some plays, right? So they're putting them in a good, giving the other team tougher field position, which I think is so necessary. Okay. My family group chat is out of control. My uncle is so out on Theo Johnson. So my cousin says if we end with today with likely Theo, Belly, and Manhurts, I'd be very happy. My brother, he seems to prioritize discipline too much to let Theo have a large snap share. Likely will be the guy. My uncle, Theo has the concentration of a dead cockroach. What the fuck is that? Then he goes, for many years, we have had some of the best punters in the league. Landetta, Jennings, Fiegels, lately total bums. Hope this guy is better than the Hammer. Can't be worse. Out of control. Just out of control. Well, we now have a good special teams coordinator. So hopefully. Yes, that's what 4 dimes. I was saying that a little bit earlier too, that I have to assume that Harbaugh came in here, looked at the tape and was like, listen, you guys might love Theo Johnson because all we heard about was how Shane and Dable, they love Theo Johnson. And Harbaugh was like, I don't give a shit. I don't love Theo. Which we don't know if that's true, but I have to assume that he was like, we need some help here. Theo's not it. I do hope that Theo has a strong offseason though, and he makes some improvements because I like Theo. I think he was a good pick. I think he's a good football player. I just think he's inconsistent, and that's not acceptable anymore. So, Stephon Diggs, I don't know who's going to sign him. He's such a drama queen. I don't want him anywhere near this organization. I don't think Harbaugh would ever put up with him. You know what? Maybe he'll go to the Dolphins. And where's Tyreek going to go? You know what? I feel like I could see Tyreek and Dable getting along in Tennessee. I don't know if Salah would go for that, but I don't know. I could see it. I would love Devin Lloyd. I don't know what kind of contract they're going to be willing to spend. He seems like he's going to get the most amount of money out of all the linebackers in free agency, but I'm on board with it. We desperately need a linebacker, and I think that's a position worth spending money on. Yes, Bellinger's back. Bellinger's back. Jordan Schultz just tweeted the Titan. Oh, no. No, he's not. I can read. The Titans are signing former Giants tight end Daniel Bellinger. Sad. Belly to the Titans. That makes it. Why couldn't they have taken Theo? I would have taken Belly. I'm just being a hater now, but I would have taken Belly over Theo. That's what they should have done, is they should have traded Theo to the Titans. Why did we not do that? We should have traded Theo. Should have traded Theo to Titans since Dable. Okay, that report about Jones asking for $50 million is insane. And I was saying earlier too that I want his agent to teach a master class on negotiating because the guy is unbelievable. So whatever he's doing, he's damn good at it because that's fucking insane. Yes, we are going to be the New York Ravens and the Titans are going to be the Tennessee Giants. It's all good, Sonic. Welcome. Yes, the Giants have signed a punter. They signed the former Ravens punter, Jordan Stout. He had a very good year last year. I believe he was a Pro Bowler. And look, if your special teams can help put the other team in worse field position, it's only going to be good news. Yes, right? Tyreek, you can see Tyreek and Dable getting along. Me too. I just feel like Daboll's like so laid back and doesn't give a shit that Tyreek Hill would just like walk all over him, but I think they would get along. I just think Daboll's like, I don't know. There's been no update since Trent McDuffie about the Giants going after a corner other than earlier today they thought they were getting pretty close with Cordell Flott. So we'll see how that continues. Giants view Likely as a game breaker who will line up everywhere. I do think that's the benefit to him is you can use him in the slot, you can use him on the outside, and he's got good hands. So I love Carnell Tate. I do. As much as I want him at 5, I just think the Giants have to go defense there. And I really like Sonny Styles. Yes, we do need OBJ. I agree. Anzalone to the box. I know. The good news is that Devin Lloyd and Leo Chanel and Trayman Edmonds are all still available. So the Giants will have a good pick at linebacker, which is great. I wonder what Bellinger is getting from the Titans. Tennessee Giants. I do think Theo has good upside. I think Theo, a lot of it is in his head because I watched him last year. I forget what game it was. I think it was kind of early on in the season. He dropped a ball and he's just banging his helmet with his hands, like so visibly upset that he dropped it. I feel like he bounced back from that a little bit, but stuff like that, I'm like, ugh. Got to work on that, Theo. Our kicker, as of right now, is still Ben Sauls, who was the UDFA lefty kicker from last year from the University of Pittsburgh that kicked the last 3 games. He went 100%. He made every single one of his field goals and extra point attempts. And he's the only Giants kicker since 2020 that actually made a 45-yard kick, which is absurd and insane. But we'll see what else they do. Oh, he was a first-team All-Pro. I didn't know that. I would like the Giants to bring Flott back, yes. Could see Bellinger and Tyreek beefing in the locker room. Bellinger, to me, seems super laid back. I don't know. I can see Cam Ward being pissed about Tyreek Hill's antics. Another punter deal. Former Dolphins punter Jake Bailey is signing 3-year, $9 million deal that includes $5 million guaranteed. But where's he going? Is he re-signing with the Dolphins? I don't really care. He's a punter, and we already have our punter now. Thank you, Kimmy. Just got so excited when I saw Bellinger. I was like, yes, he's coming back. Sad. Nothing about Mike Evans yet. They showed the Bucs GM earlier saying that like he knows he's welcome back here, but he deserves to test the market and see where else he goes, which will be interesting. I think the only wide receivers are, or the only wide receivers who have been, Michael Pittman got traded and Alec Pierce got signed, but there's been no other wide receivers, right? No Wan'Dale, no Evans. Kendrick Bourne right now is a free agent. He's on the show, but he's still available. Oh, it's Mars. Relax. It's been a pretty good free agency so far. It's only 130, and there's been a lot of good moves, I think. The Jets have been pretty active too. Yeah, Belly's a good guy. I know. I think a lot of people are really in on the Caleb Downs front. I like Caleb Downs. I like Sonny Styles more. Lions are signing Panthers center Cade Mays. Okay. Giants are showing interest in James Pierre. Oh, Shaheed was another guy that I also really liked too. He hasn't signed anywhere yet either. Come on. Okay. Dan Duggan just retweeted Diana Rossini about her the Titans signing Bellinger, and he goes Tennessee Giants. Seems like we're all on the same page here today with this. Okay. You just got here the big moves. So starting with the Giants re-signed tight end Chris Manhertz. They signed Isaiah Likely from the Ravens to a 3-year, $40 million deal that has another $7.5 million in incentives. They also signed former Ravens punter Jordan Stout, who people said was a first-team All-Pro last year, but he's a very good punter. They're making him the highest paid punter in the NFL. They signed him to a 3-year, $12.3 million deal. But obviously a good punter. I expect to hear that Jamie Gillen is getting cut any minute. Kenneth Walker signed with the Chiefs. Alex Anzalone, where did he go? He signed somewhere, right? Alec Pierce is staying with the Colts, and then the Colts traded Michael Pittman to the Steelers. The Bears signed Cody Bryant, a safety, to a 3-year deal. The Titans are signing Daniel Bellinger, former Giants tight end. Alex Anzalone signed with the Bucks. Kenneth Gainwell signed with the Steelers. Austin Hooper is going back to the Falcons. Malik Willis signed with the Dolphins. Demario Davis signed with the Jets. Titans also signed Mitch Trubisky. Oh, Mars, are you snoozing? Jalen Phillips, the beast defensive lineman from the Eagles, signed with the Panthers, which is big news for us. But I think those are like the big ones. There's been a bunch of other like smaller signings, some that I don't really. Here we go. Our latest NFL deals. Commanders and cornerback Amik Robertson signed a deal. Patriots signed fullback Reggie Gilliam. So I want the Giants to go. So guys that are still available, like big time free agents, linebacker Devin Lloyd, center Tyler Linderbaum, Jermaine Illuminor, Cordell Flott, Michael McFadden, Dane Belton, like all those Giants guys are still available. Wan'Dale Robinson has not signed. Mike Evans has not signed. Kendrick Bourne, OBJ. Who else? There's a lot of other wide receivers. The wide receiver front has been kind of quiet for right now. And Michael Pittman, so it was a late round draft swap, but he also signed a 3-year, $59 million contract with the Steelers. So I think that's why the Giants didn't do that pick swap, because they didn't want to spend $20 million a deal on a wide receiver, is my guess. Styles over Downs. Yes. Trade down and get Tate. We do need more weapons for Dart. I don't disagree. Oh, James Pierre signed with the Vikings. Willie, have a great day at work. I'll be back on live later tonight. As a number 1 tight end and elite athlete, I think Likely can be a top receiving tight end in the league, especially with Dart's play style and how he likes his tight end. Also, Likely is very versatile. That's a huge benefit. He can play the inside and the outside too. I know so much happened and we just started an hour and a half ago. You're welcome. I know. I'm Big Blue UK. I'm the same way. I'm like, give me the offensive lineman next. I want that and a linebacker and like Cordell Flott. And I'd be really, really happy with how today went. You think they're going to get Linderbaum? I just don't think they're going to spend that much money. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Yeah, Wyatt Teller and Elijah Vera Tucker are still available. Linderbaum, Illuminor, like GVR, Austin Schlottman. There's definitely still some offensive linemen out there. I forget what other offensive linemen, but there are a few other guards. Also, the Niners might trade Trent Williams, which is insane behavior. The Giants restructured Devin Singletary or keeping him. Supposedly they were in on Kenneth Walker, but I guess they weren't willing to spend that much money. So I don't know what they're going to do at running back. Obviously they want to run the ball a lot, but I'm like, fix the offensive line. You can't run the ball with a shit ass offensive line. Falcons are signing kicker Nick Folk. 41 years old. I was going to say, I feel like that guy's been in the league forever. Tate would open up so much on offense along with Likely. That's true. Likely had 359 receiving yards in 14 games, so I'm lukewarm. Yeah, but keep in mind that they ran the ball a lot, the Ravens, and their receivers like Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews was also the tight end one over there. Keep that in mind. He got a lot of the plays. So I'm not worried about that. I think Likely is going to be a huge focal point to this offense. Wow, Nick Folk is the most accurate kicker over the last 3 years. That's wild. At 41? Damn. Impressive, sir. Yes, Rams have 2 new corners now that they signed to 3-year deals. Lewis, welcome. It depends on what you consider. Have I missed much? If you're referring only to the Giants, no. If you're referring to the NFL as a whole, yes. The Giants re-signed tight end Chris Manhertz. They also signed Isaiah Likely from the Ravens to a 3-year, $40 million deal. There's another $7.5 million in incentives on that deal. And they signed a former Ravens punter, Jordan Stout, who is now the highest paid punter in the NFL. 3-year deal, $12.3 million. Okay, there they go. I thought they were going to give me more breaking Giants news, but they're just talking about Likely. Yes, Lamar was hurt as well. Mark Andrews was really the tight end one there. Hi, baby. You're so cute. So I think Likely is going to be the tight end one here. Like, I definitely think we're going to see more of him than we are of Theo. Like, from the pass catcher, Theo's going to be blocking, I think, more. Hi, baby. I know. I'm going to feed you. Bellinger, good for him, got a 3-year, $24 million deal. I'm happy for him. I wish he was with the Giants, but good for him. The Giants must have not wanted to pay him $8 million if they were going to pay what's his name? They're going to pay Likely and Ed Manhertz. Yeah, Bellinger got a lot of money, $8 million a year. I mean, good for him. I'm happy for him. He's going to the Titans, Bellinger, reuniting with Dable. Quincy Williams could be an option at linebacker. Mercy. And he's only 29, Williams. It wasn't a punter. Bellinger signed with the Titans, reuniting with Dable. I think he'll be a good weapon too for what's his name. Oh, here we go. The Giants just posted in their app. Giants have reportedly agreed to terms with tight end Isaiah Likely pending a physical. There we go. There's the tweet. So yeah, Bellinger, I think he'll be a good addition for the Titans. All right, guys, I got to feed Marcy lunch. I'll be right back and refill my water. Come on, are you hungry? Do you want to eat? Do you want to eat? Show them how excited. She gets so excited. I know, like you're starved. All right, what did I miss? Anything? Oh, I didn't realize that Burns is getting Burns was 28 and Jalen Phillips is getting 30. Seeing a lot of things saying AVT is done. Like the deal is done with the Giants, you mean? I haven't seen anything more on Illuminor, no, which is crazy because Kay Adams was supposed to have Illuminor on her show today at 11, and it was either 11 or noon, and then she posted saying, for what it's worth, he had to back out at the last minute. So I had to assume that they're working on deals, but this is the best couch ever, I will tell you. And so I think that Wandale is going to follow suit with Bellinger because their market value is whatever. But if you have a team who's willing to spend the money and the Titans have $100 million, they don't care. You know? Marcy, can you say hi? Can you say hi? She's always busy. No, I'm not usually live all day, always throughout the day. Like sometimes I'll go live on TikTok because I get paid when I'm live on TikTok. And this is my job now. But I'm usually like doing content, videos, stuff like that, or errands and whatnot. Today, because it's the first day of free agency, I'm live. I'll probably go live again tomorrow during the day because I will be available. And then we'll be live tomorrow night for Giants Collective. And then Wednesday, I think will be less exciting because it's when like the official deals happen. And today is really like, today and tomorrow I think will be the big days. Hello. Yes. You show everyone how much you love your toys. Joseph Osai. Yes, he was the other one that went to the Jets. Ravens free agent Tyler Linderbaum reached agreement with the Raiders. That was a smart move by the Raiders. God knows they need help with that offensive line if they're getting Fernando Mendoza. There he goes. Her awarding him a 3-year, $81 million deal that includes hold on. 3 years, $80 million? That includes $60 million guaranteed and makes him the highest paid interior offensive lineman in NFL history. $27 million per year. 60 million guaranteed. I didn't want the Giants involved in this. This is what I mean. You can't be doing stupid shit, okay? Not you, Marcy. You never do stupid shit. You're so cute. I love you. Oh no, the squeaker came out. It's dead anyway. $81 million, you guys, for 3 years. That's fucking insane. Insane. $27 million a year. I mean, listen, good for him is right, but holy shit. And here I was thinking that, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I thought he was going to get like 20 million. I mean, I was out here thinking the Raiders were doing smart shit with their $100 million, getting their draft picks, trading Max Crosby. I mean, the offensive line really needs to be a priority for them big time, but, which good, Tyler Linderbaum, but $27 million. God bless him. I mean, I would also want that much money if I had to go live in Vegas and deal with fucking Mark Davis. Oof. At least he'll have, what's his name? Mendoza. And Genty and what's his face? Bowers. Oh, tax-free in Vegas? Wait, there's no income tax there? I didn't realize that. I think Wan'Dale is going to the Titans. I cannot believe Linderbaum is getting $27 million a year. That is insane shit. Insane. Yeah, right? Like JMS even more now. Give Austin Schlott $2 million and say, let's go, baby. Come back. You're going to be the backup. Yeah, I would have rather, same. I would have rather given like $20 million to what's his face, Illuminor per year. $27 million. They are going to need a better center, the Giants. Yes, I agree with that. Not for $27 million. Shooketh. Absolutely wild. Hi, Morse. I mean, that is something, I'll tell you. For a center, I know. He is now the highest paid center by like $9 million. If not more. I think Creed Humphrey is getting $18 or $19 million a year. 27? I don't know what the cap looks like right now. That's a good question. Spot Track might not be up to date because I don't know if they know the details of the contracts that the Giants did today. Like how much of it's front loaded versus back loaded. What I do know is that I believe as of yesterday or the day before, they had 15 million. New York Giants cap space. Yeah, so this says as of right now, they have around 14.3 million to 17.9 million pending with Singletary's restructure. But again, like, I don't know what they're waiting for to cut Graham Gano. Just cut him so you have more money. They also can cut, what's his face? Jamie Gillen now. You know, so I don't really know what's... Okay, here we go. Highest paid centers. Tyler Linderbaum is getting 27 and Creed Humphrey is getting 18. I mean, the Raiders, man. I think last week that the Giants were interested in Edmonds, but I haven't heard anything more since then. Raiders might be the dumbest franchise ever for that contract. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Highest. So Tyler Smith is the highest paid guard in the NFL. He was making $24 million. Trey Smith from the Chiefs, 23.5. Landon Dickerson, 21. Chris Lindstrom from the Falcons, 20.5 million. And then Robert Hunt from the Panthers, 20 million. Yeah, he got $8 million per year for 3 years from the Titans, period. Pretty impressive, period. No wonder the Giants didn't re-sign him. That's a hell of a deal for Belly. Good for him. Very impressive. But yeah, so interior O-line, I mean, that's just out of control. John Franklin Myers and Trey Edmonds. What? You're such a gremlin. This is what she wants to do all day. Anyway, I would love both of those guys. Defensive lineman and linebacker desperately needed. Yeah, so he's the highest paid interior offensive lineman now between guards and centers. I mean, by center, it's like almost $10 million difference. But even for guard, it's a $4 million difference, which is absolutely wild. They should, I mean, after giving all that money to what's his name, to the new punter, they better cut Gillen. Because they'll save some money if they cut Gillen. Why, Morse? The Giants have to cut Graham Gano first. Like, I don't understand what they're waiting for, but they have to cut him. And then I think they're going to keep Ben Sauls, but I could see them doing like using like a 6th round pick for a kicker. Okay. Yeah, we need OL linebacker. OL then linebacker and flop. Best for I mean, the Raiders desperately needed help on their offensive line, but like I just can't get over $27 million a year. And in the grand scheme of things, it probably doesn't matter. They have over $100 million in cap space. Cap space goes up every year, whatever. I think it's just like a precedent thing, you know? Like, he only got a 3-year deal. It's not like it was 5 years. I mean, crazy. Signing Becton to a short-term contract. I want to know what happened. I think the Chargers offensive line is cursed. It's the only thing that makes sense because how did Mekhi Becton, and I know that he had Jeff Stoutland, who's like the best offensive line coach in the NFL, but how do you play for him for 4 years? And then all of a sudden you go to the Chargers and just suck it up, just absolutely play like ass all year? I don't get it. I think there's some offensive line problems over with the Chargers, but the whole thing's just crazy. How much? Hyatt's on a rookie deal, so let's see. Jalin Hyatt contract. Oh shit. Okay. All right. So Jalin Hyatt, if they cut him, his cap hit is 1.789 million. So less than 2 million. And then the dead cap is 272,000. So they could save 2 million by cutting him, but it's not really a lot. Tyler Algier going to the Cardinals. Yeah, they re-signed Connor. Yeah, they might go ahead and cut him. Cut Hyatt. But they might like wait to see how the summer goes. Hello, Team Zavala. How are ya? Just waiting on the Giants to get their offensive line figured out. Just waiting. Does a post pre-June cut change the money at all? For Hyatt, specifically for Jalen Hyatt, no. I don't think so because it's a rookie. Oh, Travis Etienne is going to the Saints. I guess he's from New Orleans or he's from close to there. He's from Louisiana and it will be important for him to be near home. Interesting. Okay, Jalen Hyatt. I'm pretty sure that Hyatt's, let me just double check this. Pre-June 1. Post June 1. No, it's the same. Kafka is like the senior offensive assistant or something. I don't know what that means. I don't know what he's going to be doing. My guess is maybe he's just going to be kind of like overseeing the offense as a whole and like what they do well. Why does this look weird? Hi, Marcy, being a good girl. Yes, when Mendoza comes in, they have to do a little more for their offensive line. Hi, baby. Hi. We're gonna put your eye drops in. Your eye looks red. Do you think Scat should start over Tyrone? Me personally, yes. I think they should use them as a running back duo. Former Giant star wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson is signing with the Titans. No word on money yet, but I am not the least bit surprised at all. So Wan'Dale to Titans. I can't wait to see how much he got. Oh, I don't know if Paul's still in here, but apparently ETN had heavy interest from the Broncos, but ended up going with the Saints. Yeah, $27 million for a center is out of control. Like, I still can't get over it. It's crazy. If Belly got 8, Wan'Dale's getting 20. Okay. God, it's fucking autocorrect. I've only put Wan'Dale in 700 times by now. The fact that they can't understand what I'm trying to say with Wan'Dale is so annoying. I'm dying to know how much. I think if Bellinger got 8 million from the Titans, I think Wan'Dale got at least 20 million. My cousin said she thinks if it's more than 18, she's going to die. I'm like, he definitely got 20. No doubt. 4 years, 70 million with upside to 78. What's the math on that? 70 divided by 4 years. Wow, 17 and a half. Wow, I was wrong. Hold on. With upside to 78. Wow. 17.5 for. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, good for him. I think the Titans, I think, are being smart. They're doing. I mean, I can't believe that Bellinger got 8 million. That's like crazy. But anyway, I think that was a good move. Not the least bit surprised. Who else is in that tier of yearly wide receiver contracts? That's a great question. NFL, mine. I know he got more than Shakir. Shakir, I think, was averaging like 14 per year. Okay. Jerry Jeudy is making 17.5, Cooper Kupp 15. So he's going to be at the exact same as Jerry Jeudy. And then Jacoby Myers is above that, getting 20 million. And Cooper Kupp 15, Khalil Shakir 13.25. So it's really only him and Jerry Jeudy that are getting that same money. $250 million into a slot receiver. Oh my! I don't know if I should repeat this. What? How do you know that? Oh my God. Yeah, I do think that their offense is going to be good, but I still don't think that Rob Saleh is a good head coach. And I like Rob Saleh. I think he's a great defensive coordinator. I just don't think that I just don't think he has what it takes to be a head coach. Maybe it was just the Jets, but yeah, the Titans, they still have to get another wide receiver, right? I don't think they have a big wide receiver one, do they? I do think the Giants the Giants do play Tennessee this year, I'm pretty sure. All right, Giants opponent. Yep, they play the Titans at home. So let's re-sign Cordell Flott or someone who can lock up Wan'Dale. Okay. Tank Jones wants to know the tea I just got. This is alleged. Allegedly, this is what my brother texted our group chat. $250 million into a slot receiver my size. And a gambling addict. What could go wrong? And my cousin said, is he really a gambling addict? Who knew? I said, what? How do you know that? Allegedly. Talking about Wan'Dale. That is wild. If true. Yes, Wan'Dale to Tennessee and Bellinger, 2 former Giants. See who else goes there. Jahan Dotson to the Falcons. Okay, interesting. Because Mooney is a free agent, I think. So who goes? This schedule is released usually the middle of May. So I think there will be some leaks after the draft, and sometimes the leaks are right. But I'm going to guess that on Thursday, May 14th is going to be the schedule release because it's usually right around the 15th of May and it's always on a Thursday. So mark your calendars, May 14th. Like I said, there will be some schedules. There will be some like teasers before that, leaks, and they usually are right though. So at least sometimes from what I've seen. Uh 4 years, 52 million for ETN. Wow, good for him. I do agree the Jets organization is pathetic, but the thing that I didn't like about Saleh is that he let Aaron Rodgers run the show. And I understand that Aaron Rodgers is a problem, but I think if you're letting your quarterback take over because he's 40 years old and whatever, I just kind of think that's not good. So again, it could be because it was the Jets, it could be because it was Aaron Rodgers, it could be just because it was his first stint coaching and maybe that's going to change. I just am like, until I see it with him, I'm not sold that he'll be a great head coach. But I do think he's a great coordinator. Just like for Daboll, you know? Like, is the second time around, will Daboll be a better head coach? I don't know. But I do think he's a good coordinator. GVR will be the next to the Titans. If fucking Illuminor goes there, I'm going to be so angry. Asshole better get Skylar Bell. I'm heartbroken. I know. Wandale's a good dude. Sad to see him go, but I didn't think there was any chance the Giants were going to do that. I heard earlier this morning that the Giants and Flott were making good moves towards working something out. So I thought you were talking about Robinson. Wait, my brother just said Ridley. LOL. He got suspended for gambling. But like we were talking about Wandale. Why are you talking about Ridley? It's erroneous to the conversation that we were having. Oh, got to see the Giants in SoFi. Oh, the VIP lounge. I am dying to go to a stadium that actually is like legit. I mean, I've been to Gillette. I've been to the Pittsburgh Stadium. I've obviously been to MetLife. Where else? Oh, I went to the Commanders Stadium. I haven't really been to a lot of away games, so I think that's it. Yes, we're turning into the New York Ravens and the Titans are turning into the Tennessee Giants. Exactly. Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants, Baltimore Ravens and Brazil. I know. Wandale to the Titans. Him and Daniel Bellinger. So we're turning the new Liam Cohen going to get more of his beef with Saleh. What free agents would fill the Wandale's hole now? I want them to go after a wide receiver that's not just a slot guy. So like Mike Evans is out there, Rashid Shaheed, Romeo Dobbs, Kendrick Bourne, OBJ, Tyquan Thornton. There's plenty of options out there for wide receivers. I agree that Rodgers needs to retire. Yes. Tyquan Thornton could be an option because he has experience with, what's his name? Matt Nagy. So he could definitely be the reason to bring him back. Hello, Harris. The Eagles losing Jalen Phillips, I'm not going to lie, was beautiful. Also, the only reason I agree with you, Kenneth, but not only that, Wandale only had that many targets because of Neighbors being injured. So SoFi is amazing. I've gone a few times. VIP seats top tier. Yes, that sounds amazing. Maybe I will try to make that. The Saints are signing Bills guard David Edwards. That was another guy that was out there. He's more of a left guard than a right guard, though, so I didn't think he'd be a great option for the Giants. But there he goes to the Saints. The Raiders should have signed him. Dobbs, perfect fit for this offense. He could absolutely be an option. Was front row with LPG last time they were here. So where is the VIP seating in the 100 level out there? Or have you been to MetLife? Because I wonder if it's like the club, if it's like the 200 club level at MetLife, or it's like the 100 coaches club. You go to a toaster out here in Arizona? What does that mean? Hello, Rocket. Welcome. No, MetLife is like the worst stadium ever. It's trash. Ridley was the Titans' #1 receiver. Is he still in the NFL? He made it sound like he was referring to Wan'Dale. Yeah, you definitely phrased that like you were talking about Wan'Dale. That's why we are all confused. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Some Pats fan is trying to talk shit to me right now. Commanders lost out on Linderbaum. Yes, the Eagles are definitely going to lose Nakobe Dean. He's also an option to watch for the Giants at linebacker. Ow, Mercy. Pause. I know. Ow. Ow. Can you be nice? Darty, come here. I know you're such a chunks. Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Oh, I do want to go there because those tickets are like pretty cheap. And I go to South Carolina a lot. I want OBJ back so badly. She's a baby horse. Wide receiver 2, yes. They need another wide receiver, and even if Neighbors is healthy, because you know, what's his name? Darius Slayton exists. Heard the Eagles were going to lose AJ Brown as well. The thing is, Howie Roseman is good at trades, though. So I think if he does, trade him, they probably will get good money. Is Ridley still? Let's see. Oh, he's technically still on the Titans. Yeah. All right. Raiders have agreed to terms with wide receiver Jalen Nailor. Okay. All right. Shep is another free agent. Okay. Recap on everyone that's been signed, because it's been a lot. We'll start with the Giants. So the Giants signed tight end Chris Manhertz. They re-signed him to a 1-year deal. They also brought in Isaiah Likely from the Ravens to a 3-year, $40 million deal with incentives to get him to $47.5 million. And they also signed the punter from the Ravens, Jordan Stout, to a 3-year, $12.3 million deal, which makes him the highest paid punter in the NFL. But he is good, and he was, I think, an all-pro. He had a great year last year. The Titans signed former Giants tight end Daniel Bellinger to $8 million a year per year for 3 years. Good for him. Wan'Dale Robinson just got a 4-year, $17.5 million deal per year, also with the Titans. Demario Davis, linebacker, went to the Jets. The Jets also signed another pass rusher. Josiah something from the Bengals. Trey Hendrickson is still available. The Colts re-signed Alec Pierce, and they traded Michael Pittman to the Steelers. Kenneth Gainwell signed with the Bucs. So did linebacker Alex Anzalone. David Edwards is a guard who just signed with the Saints. Linderbaum signed a fucking insane deal. I cannot believe he's getting paid that much money to be with the Raiders. The Raiders also just signed someone else. Jalen Nailor. Jahan Dotson is going to the Falcons. Etienne signed with the Saints. Travis Etienne. What else? Kenneth Walker signed with the Chiefs. Malik Willis signed with the Dolphins. It's been a busy day. Ford Field, Detroit, and Lucas Oil, Indy were both decent stadiums when I was with them 2007, 2011. That was definitely the time to be there. Haven't been to a game since then. I don't blame you. Yes, James Hudson should also get signed by the Titans. He'd fit right in over there. Oh, they call Arizona Stadium the Big Toaster. Did not know that. Thank you. What section is the best at MetLife? Might need to make the trip for the Giants Titans. I personally prefer the 100 level. And I think if it's your only time going to a Giants game and you're like flying out here and whatever, do it right. And I personally like the 100 level the best. I like to be close to the field. I like to see what's going on. I think I have a better view of everyone's numbers and stuff. So that's what I would do. I think the 200 level is also good. The coaches club, not the coaches club, I don't know what it's called. The club level is the 200 level, and you can sit like in the middle there and like, 50-yard line or on either side of that. That's also a good option. If that game happens to be in the winter when it's cold, what's nice about the club level is you can go inside and there's a lot of food vendors and stuff that are specifically for the club level where you can sit inside and eat instead of having to be outside in the cold. In my opinion, I would not waste your money on the 300 level ticket. That's my opinion. I know people who are season ticket holders and they love it. That's great. Like I said, I don't go to every game. I'm not a season ticket holder. And when I drive an hour and a half to MetLife Stadium and then I'm there for fucking 9 hours, like I am sitting in the best seat that I can afford. So I always try to do the 100 level just because that's my personal preference. Oh, VIP club access, free drinks. Okay, so that is like the coaches club at MetLife. 100 level, free drinks, food, and private restrooms. Okay, interesting. So they call it the VIP club access. So it's basically the same thing. I wonder what those tickets would go for the Giants game out there. Right behind the bench. That's the way. It's the spot. Oh, so yes, guys, please hit that like button if you're watching. Arizona versus Goats in Scottsdale. That was an affordable game and great seats. That's awesome. Wow, Edwards got 4 years, 60 million. Damn, good for him. Oh, Jamie Gillen's gone? We can't post. Okay, Nick Filato, who I love, who was on the pod recently, tweeted, Isaiah Likely thrives off script. He was often Lamar Jackson's most reliable improviser when plays broke down. That skill set meshes perfectly with Jackson Dart, yes. Also, the Commanders tweeted, let the madness begin, and they posted this. We can't post until they physically sign a contract. Love it. Okay, Giants are releasing. There we go. Jamie Gillen. There we go. Wait, you know that's when the game is, November 8th in Munich? How do you know? That would be almost the exact time as it was 2 years ago. I went to that game. So I saw them, and I've been saying that I'm fairly certain that the Giants are going to be playing in Munich again. And I think it's going to be that game against the Lions. But how do you know it's November 8th? Give me the deets. Yes, I just saw the tweet that Jamie Gillen is gone, which is good. It'll free up a little bit more cap space. The Giants signed, so they re-signed tight end Chris Manhertz. They signed Isaiah Likely from the Ravens to a 3-year, $40 million deal that can go up to $47.5 million. And they also signed a former Ravens punter, Jordan Stout, to a 3-year deal, $12.3 million total. And he's the highest paid. Where are you guys seeing AVT to the Giants? Okay, so Wan'Dale's, okay, so this is interesting. So he's 4 years for $78 million with $38 million guaranteed. And then Dunleavy just retweeted it and said $19.5 million average annual value for Wan'Dale. Wow. Oh my God, Breece Hall. I mean, listen, Jets fans, God bless you. Breece Hall just tweeted, damn, we sure got a lot of money in Florham Park. All these contracts dudes signing with this side laughing face emoji. Says the guy who got franchise tagged. Oh my God. I am. That's fucking funny. That's some funny shit. I love when these players start talking shit and get involved. It's awesome. CBS know that it said a while ago that until it's posted by like a media, I'm not so sure about that. Okay. Yes, the Scottish Hammer, sad day for him. Well, I don't know, Big Blue UK, I don't know if that means it's definitely going to be the same time because there are other teams who play abroad and they never know when it's going to be. That was the Giants' first time playing in Germany. So I wouldn't say that it's set that it's going to be the second week in November because I think it could be any time because the what's it called? The Jags play in London every year, and that it always seems to be a random time. I don't think it's the same time every year. I don't know. Is anyone a Jags season ticket holder who would know that? But I'm not. I'm gonna wait till the schedule comes out. I'm excited for the draft next month too. Eagles have no signs. That's because they stink. I paid $500 for each ticket. They are worth from 1,000 to 2,000. Wow, that was when Mike Glennon was the starting quarterback. Oh God, I remember that game. That's not bad. $500 for that. That's not that bad. No, we're not drafting Love at 5. I don't think so. Evan Neal just signed with Burger King. I know. I haven't seen anything about Elijah Vera Tucker. Yeah, we were not going to pay Wandale that much for sure. That much money. You're right. Thank you, Tommy. Breece is upset. I know. It's honestly kind of funny. I mean, like, I feel bad for him, but how much did we save? That's a good question. I think for Gillen, the last I checked, it was like 2 or 3 million. I'll tell you. Hold on. Okay. They saved 3.3 million. And then the dead cap was 2.1 million, which is whatever. It's nothing. This is the dog. Hi, Mars. Yeah. He was so cute. Okay, so recap of the Jets. Traded for Minkah Fitzpatrick, signed Joseph Ozai, 3-year, $36 million, signed defensive lineman Kingsley Enagbar, 1-year, $10 million, Demario Davis, 2-year, $22 million. Defensive lineman David Onyemata, 1-year, $10.5 million. Oh man, Breece Hall, man. Do you are your sources confirming that it will be the same time as 2024? It will be that November weekend? I forgot about daylight savings. That is the right time for that. Oh, you're a Jags fan. It is the same time every year. So does that mean that but not every team. I guess it'll be different because last year when this season opener was the Eagles Chiefs in Brazil, right? So does that mean that when they play there again, it's going to be the season opener? I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, the Titans paid nearly $100 million to Wan'Dale and Bellinger, literally, for 7 years. Loving all the news coming out of Dallas today. Yeah, it has been crickets over there. Stephon Diggs would fit in well in Dallas. Could you imagine him, CeeDee Lamb, and fucking George Pickens in a locker room together? Throw Tyreek Hill in the mix, too. I mean, oh my God. How is Trey Hendrickson not signed with anyone yet? The Jets should have paid money to Trey Hendrickson, I think. Planning to watch Giants in LA and Seattle this year. Oh, that's awesome. I want to go to Seattle at some point. I'll have to wait and see. I really need the Giants to force out Steve Tisch, and then I can feel better about supporting this organization because they're really pissing me off right now. Wow, Jeremiah's mock draft has the Giants taking Carnell Tate at 5. For a September or November game. Nice. You got it, Dan. I mean, like I said, I prefer the 100 level. I would say either 100 or 200 level, especially if you're going in September and October. Like, ideally, they're going to be good then. So, yeah, I would go 100 or 200 level. Oh, Dallas will play week 1 on Friday here in Brazil. Away VIP seating gets the best price. Okay, good to know. Hi, are you a tired girl? No? So the tickets in Germany, if you're a Giants season ticket holder, you will be able to buy them at face value. I literally bought my ticket 5 days before I left for my trip to go there and see it. So I paid, and I kept waiting until the tickets went cheap. I paid, I think it was like $150 or $60 per ticket. And I just sat in the, I guess it was like their version of the 200 level. Who's that, Mars? Who's that? Go get him. But it was under 200 with all fees in. And I literally, like I said, I waited till the last minute because I was kind of just hoping because they were playing the Panthers. And I was like, at that point, both teams suck. Like the tickets have to get cheaper. I don't know if I'd recommend that, but it's up to you. I mean, I bought them on StubHub. So you can always wait until the last minute and do what I did and you'll probably be fine. I don't know where Tua is going to go. Also, Russell Wilson's a free agent. There's been no talk about him going anywhere. Stadiums are booked for the same week. Season starts 1 week later, so week 9 instead of 10. Brazil is different week as it's different stadium. Interesting. Yes, Giants fans do travel well. They're not going to draft Love. No chance. They're going to draft defense. Tua to Atlanta. It's probably not a bad idea. Marcy does need a Giants jersey. I agree. I love Sonny Styles. I want him at 5 big time. Elijah Vera-Tucker. I like him or Mike Evans signing a 3-year deal with the Niners. Damn, good for him. How you doing? Good.
Good moves?
Yeah, the Giants made a couple good ones. Pats have been real quiet. I think they only signed one guy.
I'm asking for you.
Don't care. Yeah, Giants signed Isaiah Likely, which was a good move, tight end.
Right?
From the Ravens. And then they also signed the Ravens punter and made him the highest paid punter in the NFL.
Oh, look at that.
Just, yeah. Anyway, Mike Evans to the Bucs, 3 years. Good for him. It's amazing. Okay, what is the cutoff in New Jersey before the cold games begin? Early November, flying from California, not doing that cold. I don't blame you, Aaron. So I got to be honest, like November usually, I would say, like this year, I would have gone to the Niners game, which was November 9th, but I had one of my sister-in-law's baby showers. But that, and it was probably like 50s and sunny that day. So I would say, I would definitely, if you don't like the cold, do not come past Thanksgiving. Anytime after that, you're pushing it. I mean, we could like get a snowstorm in November because you just, you never know with the Northeast, but I would say early November, you're safe. Like I would probably not go past, what is that, week 9? Yeah, week 9 or week 10. I probably wouldn't go past that unless you pick indoor seats. But then if there's, if it's really that cold and there's snow, you have to worry about the flights and the whole thing. So yes, Bellinger is joining Wan'Dale Robinson and Brian Dable and Shea Tierney and whatever his name is, Carmen Rosillo in Tennessee with the Titans. He got $17.5 million per year, but his incentives and stuff actually make his average annual value 19.5, which is absurd. Yes, the Giants did try to sign Kenneth Walker. They are going to focus on running the ball, but I just don't see them picking Love at 5. Yes, Giants versus Panthers. Yeah, they were both awful records. That's why I kept waiting too, because I was like, both these teams are so bad, the tickets are going to get cheaper. Oh, signings for the Bears. Oh, Jamel Dean signed with the Steelers. Off the Giants. All right, hold on. There's, you know what? Oh, are you making chicken fingers? It smells so good. Oh, this doesn't have a... Okay, so the Bears signed safety Kobe Bryant to a 3-year, $40 million deal. He was most recently with the Seahawks. I saw someone else for the Bears now. All right, that's all I saw for the Bears for right now. Stop it. Thank you. Welcome, Sean. Let the carnival of free agency begin. Likely as a night. I agree with you. It's, to me, I'm like offensive line or bust right now. I mean, I'll be happy if they get a linebacker. That's also at the top of my wish list, but like, what's happening with Jermaine Illuminor? I think the good news is that Illuminor has not signed with another team. So that's good news. Are you making chicken fingers? Because they smell so good. I was wondering if that's what it was. Hi, Marcy. Look at my dog. Oh, she was just laying so nice. Hi, cutie. You want to come sit with mama? Hi. Can you say hi? Yes. What? Go get dad and his food. I've heard some rumblings that like the Giants were trying to get Fred Warner, but he's Fred Warner. Like they're going to want a first round pick for him. And I just don't think that's something we should be doing. Oh, Russell Wilson to the Falcons could be an option there. Yes, Jeremy, it's so annoying. And the thing is, like, what pisses me off about cable is that it's not even cheap anymore. So we have to pay to have cable, and then you can't even watch all the things that you want to watch because nothing is even on cable anymore. It's ridiculous. We just bought this thing called a VC box. We got it for Christmas. And basically you can watch any TV show, movie, like during the football playoffs, I was able to watch the Bears game, but I was able to watch the local broadcast so I could hear all of their announcers, which was awesome. So I recommend that. It was, I think, like $250 or $300, but then you don't have to pay for anything. No cable, no streaming services. Like we don't pay for Netflix, nothing. And I just type in, I'm watching Shrinking right now. We're watching Cross on Amazon Prime. It's awesome. I'm planning on for LA versus Giants as long as it doesn't affect my work schedule. I'm dying for them to come out with the schedule so I can start planning what I'm going to be doing this fall, because I'm looking into going to a Formula One race, but I'm like, I can't do anything until the football schedule comes out. So we were talking about doing a live tailgate stream for Giants Collective. We were like, we all have to get to a game this year. And like either do a tailgate or something. So stay tuned. I think we're going to try and work on that. The sun hits hard if you sit on the sunny side. I kind of would take this. Oh, here's a Bears. Here's a good thing for your girlfriend. Linebacker Devin Bush reached agreement on a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Bears. So that means that I guess they're using him to replace Edmonds. So where is Edmonds going is the question. You can get White Castle burgers also at like ShopRite in the freezer section. I love Isaiah Likely. I think he was a good pickup. Rather sign Brandon Cooks. I forgot about Brandon Cooks. He's an option. Yes, Giants take over in SoFi. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. There's so many. So I wanted to go to F1 Miami, and then I am going to be in Charleston that weekend. My parents have a house there, so my husband and I are going. My brother and one of my brothers, his wife, my nephews are going. So we're doing like a whole thing there. So I can't do that, which is a bummer. I was actually looking at Italy because it's over Labor Day weekend, which it's before football starts. And I feel like it won't be that expensive. Moisey, what? Can you go get Dad? Dad has food. Where's Dad? Where's Dad? Say, I want food. Go get him. Go get him. I hate the streaming service. I hate whatever NFL is doing a Sunday ticket. And now, like, you have to buy NFL Plus. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. It is so annoying how the NFL is now charging on top of all that. like just a stupid, so stupid. I hate it. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Oh, Cross is so good. I'm obsessed with it. We watched the latest episode last night. We are also watching Paradise. We have not caught up on this season, so don't tell me anything. We have to start watching that. And then what else was I going to watch? I don't know. There's some other good stuff that I definitely know I'm missing. I think the likely signing was probably the least like surprising to me. Same thing with Wan'Dale going to the Titans. Like I'm not surprised by that at all. I won't spoil Paradise, but you're definitely going to be surprised. What does that mean? I know we're still waiting on the Giants to make more moves. No, Edmonds is still available. We need Christian Wilkins. We do. I'm dying to know what's going on there. Did they say when the F1 Vegas weekend is? Because the last F1 schedule. I feel like the last time I checked, they didn't have actual dates yet, but let me see. Oh, Vegas, November 19th to 21st. So right before Thanksgiving. If that's the Giants bye week, Vegas it is. Oh, did I watch the movie? I've seen something Lincoln Lawyer. I don't know which one it is. Ow. Oh, that's okay. I'll check and see the logos. Yeah, I'm surprised the Jets haven't signed a quarterback. I thought Malik Willis was going to be an option there, but they could go Russell Wilson. I guess they haven't cut Justin Fields, so they still have him. Who else? There are options out there for linebacker for sure. I need to figure out what I'm going to have for lunch and then what I'm going to do for dinner. My parents are going to be in Lake Como. Oh, that weekend. They should. I don't think it's that far because it's okay, Mars. Go get it. It's in Bergamo, I think so. Northern Italy. They can still cut Graham Get Out Mars. It's right behind you. Go get it. Good girl. So they can still cut guys and free up more cap space. I'm definitely not going to Bahrain. Yes, a lot more to come, cap space. I'm dying to know what they're going to do about the offensive line. Dying to know. I am an Audi fan for F1. They're actually the reason I even started watching F1 because I've loved Audi. I did a video on this, but I've loved Audi since I was a teenager. And I finally got my own pre-owned 2017 A4 in 2022. And I just love it so much. So when I saw they were for the first time participating in F1, I was like, oh, I'm going to start watching this. So, Gabby had a good start. Nico, I don't know what happened there with his car, some technical issues. So hopefully they can get it figured out for this weekend. Okay, I have heard, so I'm so new to F1 and like learning all about this, but everyone seems to hate the Monaco race. And I can't figure out why. Is it just like a joke? Like we hate MetLife, but we still go there? I know. Dean to the Steelers is gone. Cordell Flott is still available. Yes, Bush signed a 3-year deal with the Bears, but Devin Lloyd is still available. Trayman Edmonds is still available. There's still linebackers out there. Yeah, I'm excited about Audi. Yes, agree. I'm with you, Sean. The offensive line is the most important thing to me right now. Red Bull, Ford will dominate. No, Ferrari, Charles Leclerc. I like Charles Leclerc. He seems like a cool dude. Also, I love Lewis Hamilton. Like, what's there not to like about it? He also is a Bulldog guy. So. Yes, Giants fan and Audi fan. And I'm a Yankee fan. Which, depending on the day, can be a good thing or a bad thing. Yes, Wilkins and Dobbs would love that, would be thrilled with that. The person who starts at pole always ends up winning it, so there's not many passing spots. Interesting. I want them to sign Flott too. Oh, it's a street race versus on a track? That's why? I've never been to Monaco, so it's a great experience, but I don't think I'm able to go because... Why did I look? I would love to go to Monaco. I at some point. I have some travel this year that's like conflicting with, I found this, these other women who are into F1 and they have a group where they like started doing their own, like travel trips for women to go to F1 races. So I'm actually like texting with her now and she gave me a couple options. She gave me Miami, Monaco, Canada, and Austria. Canada, I can't because it's Memorial Day weekend. I'll be in the Cape for my mother-in-law's birthday. Miami, I'm going to be in Charleston. Monaco, when did I see Monaco? Monaco, I'm leaving for Africa that weekend. And then Austria is going to be too soon after I get back from Africa. So I'll have to wait. So, what's his name? Bush signed a 3-year deal with all right, so let's talk linebackers for a second. Yes, 3 linebackers have been signed. Alex Anzalone signed with the Bucs on a 2-year deal. Demario Davis signed with the Jets on a 2 or 3-year deal. And Devin Bush signed a 3-year deal with the Bears. So Devin Lloyd is still available. Leo Chanel is still available. Devin White is still available. So there's definitely options. Oh, what kind of dog do you have, Sean? If you go to one race, it should be Monaco. Okay, at Monaco, there's no overtaking. Basically a parade after qualifying. Yes, Bobby Wagner is still available. Another great call. Dying to know about the O-line, but at the minimum, the way I've been doing is causing me to change up plenty of stuff. Oh, I bet. A lot going on for the spring and summer. Yes, free agency, draft, NBA, baseball. FIFA. I keep forgetting about the World Cup, but that is going to be fun. Has anyone gotten tickets for MetLife? Oh, lived in France and went to Monaco several times. I studied abroad in Paris, but I never made it to Monaco, and I need to just plan a separate trip there. Hungary is one of the best. Budapest. I want the Giants I wanted them to play somewhere else in Europe because I went to Munich. And with that, I did a couple day trips to Austria last year. So I just want to do something different, but I will go to Munich if they're playing again. I don't know what we're doing at cornerback. The last I heard this morning, they are trying to work out a deal with Cordell Flott, but there's been nothing new. Oh, another Audi enthusiast. I love to hear that. Yes, right? Italian Grand Prix. Doesn't that sound amazing? I love Italy. I will take any excuse I can to go there. And if you're smart with your credit card points like I am, you can get the flights for free. When I did my trip to Paris and Belgium, I went to Brussels in December, both of my flights for free. We have Max Verstappen, Red Bull, Ford, chilling. CBS has been saying that all day, that Elijah Vera Tucker has signed with the Giants, but I have seen none of it, and publicly. So, Nakobe Dean, yes, is another linebacker option. I'm so annoyed about the World Cup tickets because I signed up for that lottery to get tickets, and I just didn't happen. So that's a bummer. Giants are missing out on wide receiver. Shocker. 2-year honeymoon was when I lived in France. Oh, Leslie, that sounds amazing. What did you do for YSL? I have, I don't think she wants us to be, I know someone who works at Chanel headquarters, and it's a great hookup to have, let me tell you. There's still a lot of wide receivers available, though. Mars, what's Dad got? What's Dad got? Don't you smell his chicken in there? Because I smell it. Go to the spa in Ardennes Forest. Where's that? Can drive from northern Italy to Monaco. The problem is I can't make the Monaco race this year, so I have other travel plans. I think that's the one where I'm going to be in Africa. The 49ers are giving Mike Evans a 3-year deal worth up to $60 million. So he's getting $20 million a year. Spa Francorchamps in Belgium, best track. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Very cool. Oh my God, Davis. You could probably go on like a 2-month-long trip with all those points you have. Oh, Bahamas would be a nice site. IT and factory engineering. That must be interesting. Someone who lives in New York and France, all the love, appreciate all the love France and Monaco are getting here. They deserve it. I mean, like I said, I have not been to Monaco yet, but I studied abroad in France and it was the best. I tell anyone ever, every single person that I know that is either a teenager or in college, that you better do the paperwork and get your ass abroad because it's the best thing ever. And once you're an adult, you can't just go spend, well, depends, but most people can't just go afford to spend 4 or 5 months in another country. So I say do it. I go to Cannes, Monaco, and Saint-Tropez every summer. That's an amazing trip. I have not been to Saint-Tropez either, so I need to make that a whole trip. I also need to go to the French countryside. I have not done that yet. Mine are Chase points. That's what I've used for. Oh, you have Amex and Chase. Davis, where do you plan on going with all those miles? Margie. I don't know about McFadden. I heard the Giants were interested in bringing him back, but nothing new on that yet. The other great F1 races in Singapore. Singapore looks amazing. I would love to go there. Okay, what's from Underdog? Oh yeah, Evans 3-year deal. He's getting $60 million for 3 years. Spas in Belgium. I've been to over 40 F1 races. Wow. As a corporate, what type of corporate sponsorships do you do? That must be fun. Monaco is a poser fest. That's funny. I don't think I've been to Mount Saint Michel. It sounds very familiar though, so maybe I haven't. I just don't remember. Okay, Amex and Chase use them to go to France. I love it. It's amazing. I worked in Livorno, Italy for 4 months, 10 kilometers from Pisa. Oh, I love Italy so much. It is the best. Honeymoon for a month. Oh, jealous. Where are you guys going? Did you book it already? I think they're going to work it out with McFadden. I'm not seeing anything new there, but supposedly. Silverstone. Okay, this girl said that she's going to open up more spots for Hungary and Silverstone for F1. Where is Silverstone? Oh, yeah, now I see the Belgium one here. Okay, Hungary, Spain. Mars, that's garbage. Hi, that was garbage. It's not for you. Why can't I find what Silverstone means? Pirelli, Heineken. Okay. Well, if anyone knows anything about that, let me know. The thing about Singapore is that I feel like I'd have to really extend into a long vacation. Because I can't just go for a weekend, like have to explore. So much to see. Bathurst 1000 in Australia Supercar Series is a must attend. Okay, went in 2004. I am also dying to go to Australia. I'm very afraid of the spiders, though. I don't like the spiders. Going to find out if I'm going to live longer. Oh, Leslie, I hope you get good news. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Oh, you don't have a girlfriend yet. Saving your miles. You should do a solo trip. Oh, I've been to Watkins Glen too. My uncle and my cousin raced Porsches around there, which is partially why I'm a German engineering fan. Oh, Silverstone is England. Okay, thank you. So then let me look at this. Where do I see the England dates? Hi, Mars. July 4th. Oh, great. That's not going to work. Hungary, you can see the whole track from the main stand. Okay, love that. I have been to Mexico. Yes, I've not been in a while. And actually, we were planning to go to Mexico at the end of the month. But we ended up deciding, just in case things get worse there, my husband was afraid to go. So we're going to Dominican instead. Okay, outside of London. I am dying to take an excuse to get back to London because I love it there. But I do want to go there in the winter, like around the holidays, like I did with Paris last year. It was amazing. The Ravens are not tendering running back Keaton Mitchell. He will be a free agent. Oh, watch for the Giants. I want to go to Switzerland too. And my family, Shea, was talking about that depending on when the Giants play in Munich, that maybe we'll make it a family trip. And after that, go to Switzerland to ski. How much room to restructure do the Giants have? So if they cut Graham Gano, they'll have another $4 million in cap space, and they can restructure Burns, Dexter, and Andrew Thomas to free up a lot of space. And there's probably other cuts that they could make too that would free up more. I really don't know what they're waiting for, but NASCAR in the Poconos isn't bad. Oh, heading to Mexico in the morning. I'm jealous, but for work. Will you have time to enjoy the beach a little bit? Okay, awesome. Please keep Chargers guard Zion Johnson, 3-year deal with the Browns. Okay. Hi, Morse. Look up the 2 cars that'll fit colors for the Giants, the Audi A1 Samurai Blue and the Audi R8 LMS. The R8 is like my dream car. They also have a really good red Audi. I love it. Who do we want from the Panthers? They need to make some cuts after signing Jalen Phillips. I take their cornerback. What is it? JC Horn? Or did they trade him already? Tucker will be the next domino. I do think, I think it's either going to be offensive line or linebacker that's coming next. I think that's what's happening. Speaking of, just got an email from Audi about the Australian Grand Prix. I would love to have Dawn on the show. I have heard so many good things about her. She's like a no-nonsense, on top of everything. Ooh, okay. They're so cute. All right, I need to make a list because I need to go food shopping in RC. All right, I think we're going to have tacos for dinner tonight. Does anyone have any good food recommendations? Oh, so I have to get ground beef. I think I have taco seasoning. I need lettuce, tomato. Yes, she is like a Howie Roseman type cap wizard. She's got a lot of experience and has been very successful. I think I need to get some berries. I like the Jordan Stout signing. Did he need to be the highest paid punter in the NFL? Probably not. But our special teams have been a disaster for a while, and I do think it needed a little bit of an overhaul. So I don't hate it. Oh, rotisserie chicken. I love a rotisserie chicken because you can do so much for it with it. Like you have leftovers, make a chicken salad, you can make buffalo chicken, so much. Ooh, I'm gonna do wings. I think we're gonna do wings one night. Hi. Yes. Yes, monsieur. Marseille. Butter, lettuce, and celery. Look at this freaking dog. I know I'm bummed about Bellinger too. I was really sad that he didn't get to come back. But $8 million a year, I'm happy for him. That's a hell of a deal. The only thing I have right now that I'm doing on St. Patrick's Day is a watch event in the city, which I'm excited about. I think we're going to move Giants Collective from that night because it's St. Patty's. So we'll probably move it to either Monday or Wednesday of next week. So we'll keep you guys posted. I don't know. When I checked the Giants cap space before, it said they have around 14.3 million, but I don't really know how up to date that is because I don't know. We don't know what these contracts are structured like. Like we don't know if there's void years or if they push the money until next year. So I think it's too hard to tell. Mike Evans was making 20 million a year with that was his most recent contract with the Bucks. Dude's a beast. Thomas Fidone has been dealing with some injuries. Like he was barely available last year. So I don't know how reliable he is, but he could be able to play maybe a little bit next year. I don't know what the holdup is with Illuminor. It's killing me though. I need to get more coffee. But I mean, I would give Illuminor 3 years. Why not? You can have an out after 2. Who cares? Shrimp scampi tacos. Yum. Sounds good. Nothing new, Sean. Still waiting. We have the 5th overall pick and then the 37th pick, which is the fourth pick in round 2. And then we don't have anything until the fourth round. Wait, how did you get custom Giants blue in your Audi? How did you do that? When I'm bored, I just go on the Audi website and I just like customize my car. Sometimes I do it with that like neon yellow. Sometimes I do the blue. Sometimes I do the red. So many options. Former Bears defensive end Dominic Robinson is headed to Houston. Okay. A rental business, like you're going to rent out your car? Tell me more about this. I think they could do void years for Illuminor, yes. Or they could just do, most of their contracts over the last couple of years have been like 3 years with an out after year 2. So they could just structure it that way. I was probably going to do ground turkey. I have to lay off the red meat, which is unfortunate because I love it. But yes, we still have our 2nd round pick. I know it's been a little quiet. I wish the Giants traded Theo to the Titans for, I don't know what they could have gotten for him. But since Brian Daboll loves him so much, trade Theo and then we could have re-signed Bellinger. Linderbaum signed with the Raiders. You're going to die if you have not heard about this contract yet. He signed a 3-year deal for $81 million. $81 million. And 60 of that is guaranteed. That's fucking insane. Absolutely insane. $27 million. He is the highest paid center. He is the highest paid interior offensive lineman in the NFL by millions. absolutely. The Raiders were just like, we don't care. Moving to my new place later this spring and just in time for the upcoming football season. Home cooked meals, wings, and pizza. It's the best. You'll be all settled and ready for it. Love it. I know. I'm glad the Giants didn't sign him. I think that was the right move. Ooh, onion, cilantro, lime. Yum. So good. I don't know about Ricard. They did sign Likely. I don't know. I'm not so sure how much Matt Nagy is going to use a fullback in his offense. If anyone knows more than that, let me know. I just have not really paid enough attention. Oh my God, Mars, your fart smells so bad, girly. I want Odell 100% on a 1-year deal. Do it. I really think they should. I think it's a no-brainer. He wants to come back to the Giants. He wants to retire here. Just like do it. What are we waiting for? The problem with Slayton is that his contract, his cap hit is over 15 million and the dead cap is over 17 million. So I just think if anyone who watched tape on him, they're not going to be willing to take on that type of contract. Don't eat that. Stop eating the fuzz, you beast. It's not food. But yeah, I'm big time in on OBJ for sure. Ravens aren't tendering Keaton Mitchell. I'm fine with a running back as long as they don't spend a lot of money and like get the offensive line fixed first. Why are we going on for that? You know? Yes, these dog farts are deadly. My husband and I when we're on the couch at night, we're just like laughing and we're like, we got to get this dog out of here. She's like literally hotboxing the room with her farts. You're so cute, my girly. Yeah, that contract is not great. I mean, the whole way that it was structured. I mean, at least there's an out after year 2, but again, not great. So the biggest thing I've heard is that on CBS, and the Giants are interested in him, but on CBS's website, they have Elijah Vera Tucker signing with the Giants, but it's not, there's been no like real signing or anything to that. So I'm not talking about it because it doesn't seem like it's official. It's not been posted from any of the reporters. So I don't know. I mean, I'd like it. I think I'd prefer Wyatt Teller, but I do want them to get a right guard and re-sign Illuminor, and it's been very quiet on the offensive line front. Yes, I wanted a guard and tackle more than a punter. Agree with you 100%. Welcome, Wes. Thank you. Welcome. We're having a great day over here. Waiting on the offensive line moves, but we're waiting. I would prefer Teller too. I know. I had been worried about the injury history with Tucker. Yes, the O-line's in better shape, but it still needs work. Agree. Nick Filato is posting some good videos on Twitter about, what's his face? Isaiah Likely. I got the door panels and the seats in an A5 coupe in blue. That's sick. You got to send me some pictures. It has been a crazy day. It's been fun. And it's not over yet. I'm probably going to stay on for about 5 more minutes, guys. My computer has to charge. I need to go food shopping, and then I'll come back. And as a reminder, I'm going to be live on Instagram at 7 p.m. tonight from 7 to 8, from 8 to 9 p.m. Hopefully, we're talking about offensive line and all sorts of other fun stuff by then. But as of right now, TBD. TBD. Your Raiders have been cooking, that's for sure. I did really like that trade, although losing Max Crosby is a big time bummer, but Yes, I'm waiting on the schedule to come out, Perez, and then I will decide which games I'm going to go to. But I don't have season tickets, so what I usually do is I buy my tickets. I don't usually buy them in advance. So like when the schedule comes out, I'll probably plan an away game first and go from there. So I'll decide if I'm going to go to Germany. I'll start planning for that, but I usually don't buy tickets for like the Giants home games until a couple weeks before. So last week I was like the week of buying tickets. So it kind of just depends. I don't like to buy them too far in advance because they typically have sucked. So I'm not buying like a December ticket in September. Not doing it. So I'll just wait out. I don't know I think at center they might just re-sign Austin Schlottman and keep JMS. JMS only has 1 year left on his contract, so they could always focus on center in the future. Rent out an Audi R8 on Turo for the day or weekend. You're in California for wine country. Oh, that sounds perfect. My husband has never been out to Napa, so I want to do a wine country trip too. So look for us to rent your R8. It's not stick, is it? I'm also Blue Crew guy. Oh, I love Patty Traina. She's the best. Thank you, Chris. I'm excited for the Yankees game too. I'm working on some games to go this year. My husband's a Red Sox fan, so we're going to go to Yankees Red Sox. Although the last couple games that we have been to together, the Red Sox have always won. So maybe I'll have to go with someone else. Go with the Yankees fan. It's just brutal. Titans are oh, there goes John Franklin Myers to the Titans. Damn. Yes, Giants are playing the Titans, and it's a home Giants game. All right. Franklin Myers, 3 years, $63 million. Giants need to sign Christian Wilkins. He could be the guy. Saints have made some good moves today. Ooh, chilaquiles. I think I've had those before. I've never attempted to make them, though. I'm on board with Likely, too. I think that was a pretty good move. Yeah, Franklin Myers is done. Oh, I think I missed my chance for Savannah Bananas tickets. I was on the list for them when they came to Connecticut a year or two ago, and then I just never I was like on the lottery or whatever they do, and then I never ended up getting them. Yes, Chris, that would be so fun. I've been to Fenway a bunch. I lived in Boston for a summer and it was like so much fun. I love Boston, but I do want to go to a game up at Fenway. I want to go to Yankees Red Sox up there too. So maybe we'll do one of each. Hi, Mars. Oh, I didn't realize Franklin Myers is reuniting with Rob Saleh and Aaron. Someone else. Former Titans defensive end Arden Key is signing with the Colts. 2-year deal. People are reselling tickets for them on StubHub, I bet, and they're probably like 100 times better or 100 times more expensive. Yes, pedestrians are a little bold. I don't watch any Knicks. Oh, here we go. Jermaine Edmonds. 3 years, Jermaine Edmonds to the Giants. 3-year, $36 million deal with $23.7 million. The Giants have a linebacker. Hell yes. I'm telling you, the next alert, Leo Chanel is going to the Bills. Mark my words. He is going to the damn Bills. We have a linebacker. Hell yeah, baby. To the group chat. Okay. Instagram next. All right. Oh, I'm so happy about this. We got ourselves a linebacker. Don't rule out Sunny Styles at 5. Ooh, Chanel is live. Are they doing the Run My show? I love love Chanel. Look at their pretty outfits. I'm gonna have to rewatch this whole show later. I have NFL Network on if you want. Yeah, why not? Tremaine Edmonds. 3-year, $36 million deal. I love it. We needed a linebacker so desperately. Great move. Next up, offensive line. Offensive line. Okay. Hi, Mars. We got Tremaine Edmonds. Yes. I heard you say Edmonds had jumped out of the shower. I hope you were able to wash your hair. Oh, no, this is the Bears they're talking about.
Hello, it's great to see your face. I'm so happy because you are my Bears aficionado. So let's talk a little bit about the changes and improvements and additions.
All right, I love it. I love it. Great moves. What defensive tackles are still available? There's got to be a few. Okay. There's, all right. Hi, Mars. Where's my baby? Okay, let's go to defensive line. Oh, Calais Campbell, DJ Reader, I think, is still available. Javon Hargrave. Deshaun Hand, Sebastian Joseph Day. Those guys are all still available. Plus Christian Wilkins. No offensive linemen, no wide receivers yet. Oh, tight end Charlie Kolar is signing with the Chargers. But the Giants got Edmonds, 3-year deal, $36 million. Love it. Love it. Okay, I'm going to have to go charge my computer. Bo played right guard and right tackle in college, stepped in nicely at left tackle. I would save the money. Jermaine Illuminor would like, yeah, but the thing is, then they still need to get a swing tackle. So, because Andrew Thomas, I love him. He never plays 17 games. So you still need a backup swing tackle that they're going to have to do something with there. But I don't know if Marcus Bowe is ready yet. Oh, Dalvin Tomlinson is also available. Yes, you're right about that. I know. I'm loving the moves. Okay, I got to go. I'm going to charge my computer. I'm going to go food shopping. And then when I come back, maybe I'll pop back on here for a little bit. If I do, I'll let you guys know. I will post it on Instagram. And if not, 7 to 8 p.m. Instagram live tonight. And then 8 to 9 p.m. TikTok tonight. Hopefully by then we have some more offensive linemen. But overall, I like the signings. I think the Giants are headed in the right direction. I think there's good reason for us to be excited. Appreciate all of you guys for your support. Thank you so much for joining me. Go Giants.